following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
So, you step out of the park into San Ramirez proper. The bustling city is at the peak of its business day. Merchants hawking their wares can be heard over the rooftops. The occasional guard's whistle or bell can be heard. The general hubbub is a lot lower than you would expect for a city of this size, but then, after all, as you're all aware, it is somewhat underpopulated. As the group of Cephiro, the Rat Paladin, sets out on their journey to... What are you doing?
We were heading to the tump pretty much straight away from here. And Stephen has this look on his face that's like there's something else we would sort of be doing now.
Right.
So, at the risk of sounding redundant, what you doing?
Is it around the time we were meant to go to the tump? Do we still have a bunch of time here?
Or what time are you supposed to go there?
I think they just said it was going to be the evening, didn't they? Or
Yeah, said clean up.
yeah. Or the afternoon, yeah, not dark evening, but yeah.
We go back in there and find out what time they want us.
We
should
could
go
do.
open still. We will head back to the temple. What's left of it?
Okay.
They haven't left yet, whenever you know have the company in there, so it's not a bad idea.
There's a large number of Templar guards out the front.
More than usual, I'm guessing.
Of course. The front of the sort of left-hand side is collapsed. There is a lot of blood and rubble on the street outside, which is being scrubbed up.
I'll approach any one of the Templars who's at the main, more towards the main entrance. I know it might be.
Yeah, as you approach, the Templar says, "Temple's shut, be off with you."
I'm Cephiro, Paladin of Tor.
That's nice, temple's still shut.
Oh, we don't necessarily mean to go in. We are
That's good, because it's shut.
here to accompany the party of Templars who are going to the tump to perform the
Oh,
ceremony.
they've already left.
Ah, when did they leave?
About 2 hours ago.
Ah, we best head there then. Thank you, good sir. Good man. We'll head off there.
The tump.
Right, so you head off to the tump. That's good. Who would like to roll a percentile check?
Oh, I will.
Is it just something only one of us can do, or is this one of those things?
Well, you need to choose which one of you is going to be
He's already
represented.
rolled.
Okay.
Roll.
41.
Cool. You have been waylaid by bandits and must defend yourselves. As you're proceeding down the street, a group of ruffians sort of leap out of the shadows, confronting you with a series of cudgels and boards with nails in them. And they say, "Right, hand over all your coin, or we'll beat you with our clubs," and other such things.
How many is there?
There are 4
No,
that you can see.
I'm about to roll.
Okay.
3.
There are 4 that you can see.
So I can't see any more. as I'm
You
looking
cannot
around.
see any more as you are looking around. That's your turn, by the way. You may not make any use of surprise.
I will sling the shield off my back and get the hammer from my waist and say, I'd advise against it if I were you. Be on your way, don't do anything stupid.
Is that an intimidation check?
Sure.
Are you guys helping in any way?
Yep. As a more that unsling
Roll
my
my charisma along.
sword.
And you're picking a shot.
Am I allowed to?
9.
Sure, why not?
Which is well below my charisma.
Anyone else doing anything?
I mean, here's the thing. If I spoke, I would undermine this intimidation.
So you're just trying to look badass?
Yeah.
Well, everyone who's attempting to assist this intimidation check needs to roll a charisma check.
Fuck.
Ah!
Fuck!
You can get it higher or lower.
You need to get lower, the lower the better, unless it's a 20.
Yeah, I wish.
17!
That's alright, I got an 18.
Laura?
Hang on.
I think I'm over my
12.
12. You might have actually got yours.
Double checking. It's either one above. I'm pretty sure it's one above. Oh. That's good.
So none of us.
Right. So, for each failure, I deduct 1 from your check.
Yeah, it's still below my charisma check.
Okay. So they look a little uneasy, and they're going to try this little old tactic. You're gonna be like, "You don't want to mess with us, son. We've got lots of burly lads what can back us up. You don't want to make a fucking enemy of the upright man, now, do you? So you just pay up your monies."
I'll step forward.
Mara steps in front of the paladin.
Mara, what are you doing?
To say the upright man,
Yeah.
I don't think you want to be attacking us either.
Hang on a minute. They get into a huddle. Yeah, you've got money. Look at him. Yeah, but is that what we want? Yeah, of course we want money. We like money. Yeah, I think he's right. Smaller
Can
than
we all
medium,
just, like,
then
move
smaller
away?
than large, it's smaller than medium.
Dude,
Yeah.
can
They're doing
can
this.
Can we leave while they're huddling?
Yeah, just
You
casually.
can try to leave.
Would you just talking?
Eventually they come out of their huddle and turn around there. Okay, we've talked it over. We really think we want your money.
I really think you don't want to make an enemy of the upright man yourself.
No, that would be rather dumb, but
Then don't attack us. It's that simple.
I'm not understanding your logic.
I'll pull out my pull out the invoices.
Oh.
Do it, Kenny.
Oh, right you are. Looks like they're too tough for us, lads. Let's bugger off. They melt back into the alleyway from whence they came.
What was that?
I'm kidding.
With what exactly?
With
Does it
my-
matter? Are you doubting that a female can intimidate burly men?
No. I'm just
Well, we're
wondering
late.
exactly.
We must move.
Oh, right. Let's go.
We'll talk about this later.
Okay. What was that roll?
Seeing if they've actually disappeared.
Yeah, they're not there anymore. Right, who wants to roll a percentile dice for me? Representing the group.
Oh, can I do it again?
If they get you.
You only go this time.
Yeah, all right.
You guys are all
I'll
closer
do it.
to the
Yeah, I'm
person.
going around, so.
68.
Awesome.
Are you one?
You are waylaid by bandits and must defend yourselves. Basically, you can see in the distance there's the reserved high-walled area of the tump, the distinctly different grey stone architecture surrounding it. And out of an alleyway jump 4 burly lads, one of them distinctly fat and very recognisable. He's like, "Right, you little bloody hell, not again." Fine, whatever. And they walk back off into the alley.
If we weren't on a time constraint, I'd suggest we bring those lads to justice.
Okay, what have they actually done?
They've attempted to rob people.
But they didn't.
But they didn't.
Yes, attempted robbery.
I'm sorry,
and crime.
did we give out Nobel Prizes for attempted chemistry?
Not saying they should get the death sentence, but
Right. You reach Tump, the. During the day, it is an imposing, menacing-looking feature with a permanent dark cloud over it. High grey stone walls seem to be in rather nasty repair. Pits and gaps in the mortar would make it, scaling it, an easy job for anyone who had even the remotest amount of climbed walls.
don't look at me.
The path leads up to a set of wrought iron gates pitted with rust. They have moss. A shattered chain lies in front of them and the gate stands half open and on a broken hinge, so it's at a permanent sort of lean. The gate itself is bent as though twisted by some giant's careless misstep. Beyond, you can see, shadowed by the dark cloud overhead, a meandering path with ill-kept grass verges, overgrown crumbling stones markers, and rotting moss and lichen-covered tombs, barely standing. Neglect is everywhere in this place. There is a slight hint of foulness in the air, a familiar zombie smell, occasionally wafts on the breeze, and you can hear strange creaking from within occasionally. There is a strong contingent of city guard patrolling around the outside. Barely a few minutes goes by when you don't see a heavily armoured member of the constabulary contingent marching by very alertly, weapon in hand. No bells, no whistles here. A small group of priests are clustered outside, ritually blessing and anointing each other. There are 6 men and 6 women. 2 of each gender are in heavy plate armour, brandishing large weapons. I'm done running my mouth.
What symbols adorn their attire?
Ben Adaha.
Good.
Varying symbols, actually. Most of them have the wolf's head backed by the moon, but some of them have the much older scroll with wrapped around an axe handle symbol.
The guards that are patrolling, do any of them pay us any mind? Or?
Yes, there is each guard marching along from within their helm. Suspicious little eyes peek out, staring at every single person they encounter, weighing and assessing.
Do the religious figures look like they are in the middle of anything important that would not be best to interrupt them?
No, you're familiar with a casual blessing.
Okay. I'll approach one of the Cephiro, so one of the women in armour, and
Okay. The elderly woman turns to you, and from within her great helm you hear, "Oh, it's about time you got here."
no, you were waiting for us. Good. So we shall proceed when you are ready.
They lead the way.
I will follow them.
The inside of the cemetery is, for some reason, in the Tump, it is cold. Colder even than the wintry city, by a good 10 degrees. They immediately turn right, marching around the edge of the wall, inside of the wall. You pass one part of the wall that's half fallen down. negotiating it fairly easily. It's clearly been undermined by the creepers that have grown through it. You eventually, the 4 heavily armed Templars push ahead, dispatch a group of skeletons that were further ahead with relative ease. Eventually you come across a large mound, like an old burial mound. There's a sort of ring of evenly placed stone around it, and a small rotting wood plaque sort of wedged at an angle in the dirt, half overgrown. You can't read it in its current state. But the clerics begin dispersing themselves evenly around the edge.
All of them are evenly spreading, or
Evenly.
all 12 of them.
All of them, yes.
Right then.
There's a what would be younger than any of you priest approaches, and he approaches. Which one of you would be foremost in the group?
Cephiro.
Approaches you and says, "We're going to begin now. We'd like you to just maintain a calm vigil, and if anything comes up, then you will have to deal with it, because we can't stop when it's begun."
I understand. Is there any positions you'd like us in particular?
What do you mean?
Strategically, in order to protect you,
Oh, well,
anyway, we wouldn't be in the way of your ritual.
use your best judgment. And so they take a position.
Is there any... What's a high position, the higher position? Would be a crypt I could stand on. Then
Not really near here. This area is pretty much devoted to these mass graves.
I want to find a place that's got a good overall look of the area and the surrounding area, but isn't too far away at the same
That would
time.
be on top of the mound.
That's probably not the best place to
Probably
be.
closer to the path then.
I suggest we all surround it from different angles.
agreed.
Between us, we should each be able to cover any gaps that the other of us cannot. Yeah.
Without waiting for you to get into position, they begin
Yeah.
the ritual.
You're saving that one, haven't you?
Nope.
I'm just going to do a perception check. while
Yeah,
this is-
that's it. What'd you get?
Oh! 19. So
So I got a 5. You got a 1, did you?
natural 20. Yeah.
Cool. Did anyone actually get 5 less than their wisdom?
I got
Or
a
more.
I got a crack.
Okay, you're special. We'll wait a minute. You did? Anyone else? 5 less than Wiz. Okay. So you, and you by default, will also see all of this. Will notice that the sort of misty fog-like stuff that hangs around on the inside of the tump, you can see shapes sort of getting close to this area and then sort of turning and moving away through the mist, so you know you're not alone. That strange creaking noise also it comes up now and then, and the occasional sort of
But they're not exiting the fold, per se.
no. You will notice a sort of repulsion effect seems to be happening. You see these undead shapes through the fog, skeletons, zombies, the occasional spectral figure moving towards the living and then sort of being turned away.
Like what happens when he casts Turn on Dead.
Similar. Very similar, but it doesn't seem as violent.
Or more like what happened when we're at the Lonely Man Tavern without
I was
trying.
thinking the shield, you know, like the
Probably
shield.
more like that. And you will notice furthermore that there is a complicated weave of mana being generated by the ritual, which seems to be delving the mound. And as their ritual draws to a close, that will fade. And that will draw to a close in just a few seconds.
So is there anything that would indicate why they're being turned, or is it just I can see that they're being turned?
You can't see anything doing it.
Okay.
So what's happening behind us?
Just those who notice it, yeah. So they finish their ritual. And they, each cleric performs a quick spell, unfamiliar to you, or any of you. Those who are close to priests might hear them mutter the words Alfan Deond Adodor Mahankia Kapurum and Compore Sepun Sano. And they look quite satisfied with themselves and begin congregating again closer to the path.
Should we take from our positions to
Follow the game.
Right, who was furthest from the path and where Cephiro was?
probably Sulin.
Can you roll me a percentage dice?
Percentage.
That's a d10 and a percentile.
86.
Thank you.
It's not bad.
So you get back together without any kind of incident.
Okay. We're not waylaid by ghost bandits.
He's dressed like a ghost this time.
Oh, give it. Oh, fuck. No, bandits don't come in here.
That's smart.
They're smart.
Well,
We're not.
They need the things that make them go.
Yeah, so gather towards where the Templars and priests are gathering.
They look quite chuffed with themselves. One of the priests approaches you and says, the two spirits that you specified have been successfully moved on.
Excellent, that's good news.
It may be, depending on their fate.
Their fate.
Depending on where they go when they move on.
Well, considering the, I would like to think that given how unjust their, the events that happened were, that they would be safely escorted to a more deserving place.
The ritual was unusually taxing, says one of the Templars. It was almost as though there was an inseminal presence aware of us that we could not repel.
I wonder if it was the spirit of Frederick watching. I don't know how far it extends.
Frederick?
Yes, the one who was overall most done wrong by this whole event. But this was his family.
The Inslayer incident. Oh, that was bad business.
Yes.
So the spirit of that murderer might have been watching us.
He was not a murderer.
Oh?
Well, you've seen the truth of the matter.
You would be now.
Well, technically yes, but he wasn't when he was killed originally.
Oh dear.
Yes. Hence this injustice overall. He was merely somebody trying to save his family.
I assume then that's who we put to rest. Yes, but you're not paying attention. I pay more attention to the things that might be endangering us. I leave these spiritual matters to you. This is why you will never go anywhere within the temple. Ha! You will be glad of my attention to detail next time you are assaulted by the foul beings that oppose us.
I'd suggest you not fight, but given your allegiance, I'm sure you probably enjoy that.
I've said too much. She rolls her eyes. Well, unfortunately, if your attempt was to placate an angered, wronged spirit, in that case, it's not going to work.
Well, the problem
If I
was...
remember the lore correctly, he was split into 5 parts, and 4 of them were buried here.
Well, that was the problem. We were hoping that it would placate him by at least doing him well by his family, because the chances of being able to ascertain the location of all of the parts of him would be next to impossible, I would believe.
Predicting vengeful spirits' attitudes is a difficult thing to do. Best not to try at all. Just wait for it to act, then deal with it, once and for all.
And how would you deal with a vengeful spirit who has been done wrong exactly?
I find that a good 7 feet of cold iron usually shuts them up.
But do you have that cold iron in your dreams?
In my dreams?
Why
would that be relevant?
That's where he attacks.
Strange.
Yes, he does not take a corporeal form, and as such he...
Priest of Tor, I pity you. You choose the hardest tasks. We should go before the unquiet dead decide to disturb us more.
I will approach the female paladin, or not paladin, Templar who mentioned, or priestess, whichever one she was, who mentioned that this wouldn't work. And about his body being split apart. Excuse me, ma'am, perhaps you could enlighten me as to what we maybe, if there was anything we could do in order to put the spirit to rest, given that his bones were scattered.
Find them and give them a proper burial.
But how can one find bones that have been scattered for so long?
Well, if you find one, you can probably hire some peasant dowser or something to find the rest. A few coppers in their pocket usually does the trick, although they're terribly inefficient.
How would one even find one?
Of course, if you could had access to a lot of money, you could hire a mage to do it.
Yes, well, we don't have access to a lot of money, hence
Or a
the
mage.
problem.
With the spell.
Yes, how would we even find one portion of him? How does one differentiate one bone from another?
Do you
Especially in
think
a
we
mass
should
grave.
be moving out before we have this conversation?
Well, I assume we were walking as we were talking, so...
You kind of are,
Yeah.
slowly walking.
Yeah. So, yeah.
She shrugs at you.
Yes, I thought as much.
That would be the hard part, I imagine.
And
then comes the easy part. Rending them apart.
It's more like putting them back together. You said that 4 of the parts were buried here. Well, what about the 5th?
I don't recall. I do recall that a 5th part wasn't even buried in a properly sanctified hallowed ground. Something to do with insulting making sure that he wouldn't have any form of rest.
Perhaps some looking into the town archives or any historical documents might ascertain us where this last part of him was buried.
Well, if the temple was open, we could check our records. The Temple of Ben-Hadar, being the primary religion of Merland, is responsible for keeping most of those.
When do you think it would be open again?
When it is repaired, and when a new High Cleric arrives. Until then, our services are shut.
Is there anything I can do to help in order to speed up this process?
That isn't up to me. If there is, you will be contacted.
Well, they know where to find me. I'm the lonely man. Not the lonely
So you
man.
reach the
My
gate.
boyfriend.
You reach the gate. Who wants to do a perception check? You don't have to.
I want to.
Okay.
Ooh. 7.
Ooh, 7. 2.
11.
15.
How many successes? Oh, there you are.
Below whiz, right? That's
Yeah,
what
below
we-
whiz.
Yeah.
Success?
15. No.
Okay, so everyone who got a success will notice a hooded and cloaked figure at the gate who, when you approach, will sort of turn to you and then just sort of take a step back and sink into the ground.
Outside of the gate or inside the gate?
Inside. There's like a little dark vapor twirls up from where it was.
I'm going to look to the Benedar Templars and priests and see if they react to this at all.
They seem not to react in any way.
Does it usually happen?
Does what?
Well, the hooded figure that shrank into the ground.
In this area, best not to be surprised by anything. Also best to leave quickly. Well, I wouldn't want to be alone on the streets tonight. Best stay in your inn.
Yes, well, I suppose we'll see what Frederick thinks of all this when we go to sleep tonight.
Me always find shade and water. And I'll just stay here.
Enter our doom.
Thanks.
Yeah, while you were travelling around the edge, you would have been able to see further into the tump while you were there. You would have noticed some huge statues looming over the rest of it, and a big, sort of larger crypt area. Not like a proper family crypt, but more like a larger one where like bones of soldiers might all be interred in one large building to commemorate some things. You would have seen stuff like that. In addition to the dark shadows moving around you. So you are now all standing outside the gates to the tump.
Yeah.
We never come back here. We go to the creepiest places.
We may have to come back here.
Laugh real.
Yeah. Well, insofar as you hear it,
Coming from
behind you.
in the
Turn
tunnel.
around.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a creepy giant cemetery that's probably close to an eighth the size of the city behind you. It is noticeably darker in there, like it's almost a perpetual night. The mists curl out of the gate and evaporate in the daylight. Now that you're outside, the layer of frost you hadn't noticed was building up on your clothing sort of melts away. And the Templars trudge off back into town.
Unless anybody has any further business, we should probably just return to the...
Actually, standing where you are and looking back out into the city, the stark contrast between the architectural styles of the Tump and this area is noticeable. The Tump is certainly many centuries older and made out of a different stone entirely.
Actually, that reminded me of something you said at the start about the architecture that I was going to bring up with Sulin. And that's, I hope that your Shield Maiden is not somewhere in there.
I was considering that, especially since one of the passages is about the fallen, and well, it's another name for fallen for your comrades, isn't it? You've fallen when you die.
And this place looks a lot older. I'm sure there'll be steps to a mausoleum or something.
Which is why I think that one we passed.
I don't get the feeling you're going to be coming back here.
Why do I feel like I'm coming a bit better?
You could go back now, since it's night time.
No, it isn't.
Not quite.
It's the afternoon. There's no way they would have done that at night.
No.
Too dangerous.
We could go have a look now.
Let's go back to the inn first.
Well, I suppose if she was taken here, it'd be a place not many other people would search.
Well, would you want to go into a mausoleum of fallen soldiers?
No, in fact, I don't think Aedrin wants to go at all right now, so... Or ever. I don't think us going back to the inn is going to increase his chance for wanting to come back here.
I mean, we can. I just don't want to.
If I must, I would go alone.
Don't be.
I would not let you go alone.
Are you going now?
No, we've got to finish this first.
Good. Good.
I assume you're sort of walking back towards.
Yeah.
So, I just want Sulin to give me a perception check.
61.
What?
Oh, sorry. 5. 8. Which is good. I said percentile, I got percentile of it.
You failed by more than 40.
Yeah. 8.
Sulin is blind.
Right. There is a doorway to a residence. Looks like a larger residence, sort of like more of a moderately wealthy merchant's house. That catches your attention as there was someone watching the group pass in that doorway, and they pulled their head in and shut the door. But you notice a certain familiar mark on the lint of the door as you're passing. And eventually you will make it back to the tavern. Are you passing through the Merchant's Quarter way or passing through the Entertainment District way?
The one that we're the least likely to get mugged with people.
There is not such a place.
They're both the same at the moment.
Which would have been the most direct?
Probably through the Merchant's Bazaar.
Then we probably would have gone through there.
Okay. Perception checks out of everyone.
I think that's Yes.
7.
Yep.
19.
14, which is exactly my wisdom. So.
Yeah, I guess what I'm going to.
Sulin, you feel a little tug as someone tries to lift the party coin purse from your waist, but you rolled well enough to perceive it happening.
Do I see them?
Yes, there's a little urchin currently trying to cut the bottom of the purse out.
Do you want your fingers?
What?
I suggest removing your knife from my person.
Yeah. All right, missus. No need to get your knickers in a twist. And they run off into the crowd and disappear.
Pat myself down.
The peasant in the making.
You still feel like you should.
Fortunately, I don't have Soviets
Murderous tendencies.
that too. Her bag of holding.
What
Fun bags of holding. That's what they're called.
Sorry?
Fun bags of holding.
Fun bags for holding.
Oh.
For holding. Anyway, we digress. Cut purse, yes? You talking about cut purse?
So you make it back to the inn.
Enter the. See who is on.
Curtis looks up and says, "Oh, you're back."
Yes, and we have partially succeeded.
Good. Incidentally,
It's a-
you're overdue for your room payment.
We have
Oh, of course, we were away for a
Guys.
whole day.
Hey,
So that's 2 days.
2 days.
Yes, we have managed to perform the help. The Templars and priests of Benadar perform the ceremony on Frederick's relatives. So that may, I suppose it's up to the spirit of Frederick himself whether that's enough. But
Oh, I hope it works. I really would like some sleep.
we've done all we can for now. I mean,
Well, do you require anything?
Out of curiosity, if you try to sleep at other places, does he still into your dreams?
Yes.
but just you two, not anybody else.
Can't answer for anyone else.
Well, the only other thing you may be able to help us with is if you had any idea whatsoever where any of Frederick's remains, I should say, might have been placed. Apparently there
The
was
tomb?
one part of them that was not sent to the tomb deliberately.
I don't know where anyone would put that.
Hmm.
What are they ate him?
You, the bones as well.
Yep. Going to make the fertilizer.
But they wouldn't have eaten it.
Well, you take it.
Would there have been any meat that he was burnt?
Oh, yeah. Once we know where all the good soldiers are, this is it.
So Sulin, on the off chance, and I say off chance almost ironically, that you want to venture in there to see if you can find your shield bearer, what exactly, how exactly would you want to go about this?
Because we can't just go in. We can't just.
We just can't go in blind, no, we need to come up with some kind of strategy, or
Well, there's other places we can look first.
is there anywhere you can think of other in the city that we haven't tried that might actually be?
It's going by our
Yeah,
luck.
the palace.
Yes, but we can't get into the palace. They won't
We
let
can't
us
really
in.
get into the tomb either.
I'm sure we can.
Well, will we
Well,
come out?
Is there any other places where ancient steps go down by a river?
Was there a river on the top?
Well, it may not be by a river, but it's by the sea divided.
Is it specifically a river? Or could it be something else?
City
Not
divided. Well, the city is divided
nourishes
between the
life.
tomb and the rest of it. So
It's divided by the city is in fact divided in two by a river.
Yeah. Divided by that which nourishes life.
which is generally water.
Yeah. They have fallen.
We should probably try any places that are along the river then, perhaps, as opposed to narrow it down. Perhaps with some stairs that go down there somewhere.
Underneath Misbegot Bridge, there are some old stone steps leading into the Thieves Guild.
Wait, what?
So what?
Yes.
Lady Mara, how do you know about this?
How don't you?
Because
That's a
I've
really
only
good
been in
question.
this city for 4 or 5 days, and I was
You
sick
haven't
for
been
most of the
explored.
time.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Just don't listen to anything your God says.
What if she's being held there?
Oh, well, we'll just go into the Thieves Guild and just...
Arms blazing! No! No! You'll die.
Exactly.
It could be. She may be. I don't know. As I say, I don't know where. It's one of the possibilities. If it's got ancient steps.
You're getting old.
Maybe she's considered some kind of commodity by the thieves, worthy of trade.
3 times
Probably a
the
slave.
of ancients held by weight of stone in place. So that's why I think it's more that it could be the mausoleum, but
But maybe she's dead. Are you trying to find someone who's dead or alive?
There are necromancers at the time.
Oh, awesome.
So they could be keeping her there for some reason.
If necromancers have had anything to do with her, I'm not sure that there'd be much left of your friend.
she would be fine. She could hold her own.
I take it you are unfamiliar with what necromancers can do to a person.
We don't have necromancers.
We are people who have the gift.
Yes.
Well, necromancers can twist a person, even physically deform them in ways that.
That is not the way of goddess.
Yeah, but she's not going to just directly intervene and stop your friend from being mutilated by necromancers.
Then they're not like
Funny
my
thing.
wise ones.
Funny thing. Completely different subject. They said a fifth of Frederick was taken somewhere. Do you think maybe your people took it?
Interesting theory.
Because it's only a fifth, right?
The only one that would do that.
Your friend in the guard.
I don't think it would be something that would.
It seems like more of a superstitious separation of the body.
Yeah, it's more.
than actually.
I don't see her taking a trophy because that's not our way. We don't take trophies.
You do take a fifth.
Yes, but not of our enemies.
Well, technically he wasn't her.
If she's protecting the city, then the enemy of the city.
Oh well, it was worth it. Mention.
Does anybody have ideas what we should do next, apart from try to get some sleep later tonight and hope for the best?
I had to study something.
Oh, very good. Need a hand with anything?
No, it's fine.
And we'll have to teach you some more Elvish
Oh,
at some point.
well, if Mara wants to look into the Thieves Guild, if we can't all go, then she could do that now.
Why would Mara be able to go and the rest of us not?
She just said we can go, but she suggested it, so I assumed she had a way to get in.
But she would not know what who she's
Anyway,
looking
Lady
for.
Mara would be able to get in if she was part of the Thieves Guild. That's just ridiculous.
Forget us to see.
I'm assuming that really dodgy wolf from Broken Age look is in character.
How do you think she's stopped the ruffians from attacking us? With threats from the upright man.
Who is the upright man?
Probably something to do with the Thieves Guild, since those people are trying to rob us, and talking about the upright man.
Lady Mara, who is the upright man? Well, that suggests you know, but you're not going to tell me. I thought we were on the same side here. I thought we were a group who helped each other out and, gave each other information that could help out.
I think what you don't know can't hurt you.
Well,
What I don't know can very well hurt me.
Well, I'm sure we're all keeping back something that perhaps could help, but we just...
Well, I have no secrets from any of you.
No, neither.
So,
All I have is beard.
Almost.
You have a beard?
Beard. Not beard. Beard.
B-A-R-E-D. As in she doesn't wear much, not as in I am a dwarf.
Sure could be a big secret.
I don't think you can keep a beard a secret.
Or she could shave. We could have
But then you don't have a beard if you shave.
Speaking of which, I only need to get around to shaving this off. Not
With-
give it a long. I need to get hold of a knife or something.
Scribbles. Right.
Scribbles? What do you expect scribbles to do? Just bite it off?
Maybe. I don't know what rats do. I don't really get that close.
Very well, Lady Murray. Keep your secrets.
Yeah, that's between you two.
I just don't want to think that you're keeping something back from us that could very well help.
I showed you all the data, didn't I?
Yeah.
I could have kept that for myself.
Well, no, you probably couldn't have since we saw him throw it away.
Yes, but if we couldn't find it, then we would have assumed that it had gone. Why would we have assumed that one of us had have taken it? Somebody that had offered.
I didn't think that.
Okay, so are you guys going to do anything with your afternoon?
I'm going to go out for a walk.
Okay.
Are you announcing this?
Yes.
Learn that spell.
Right, it's
You
going to
watch
take
some
2 days
company, Lady Sue.
Okay.
of uninterrupted
No, I need
work.
to shut things.
Oh, I can't just like do it in pieces.
No.
Don't even need somebody just
Well,
to...
I mean, you probably could.
No.
But
Keep an
what
eye
I'm
on
basically
things
doing
while
is I'm
you're-
giving you something
They don't
to
like you
do while
going
things
up
are
there
leveling
alone
up.
in a strange city.
Yeah.
I'll be fine. Is
So
anyone
save it
staying
till then.
here?
No, I am. I think I might need at least 2 days. This is quite dense.
Yes. I will not need these at the moment. I'll leave most
Set the coin.
of the coins there.
If you're sure.
Well, it was taken while I was out earlier on.
Right.
Marvin, you doing anything?
So that,
I think I'm going to go for a walk as well.
do you wish company? Are you sure you'll be okay by yourself out in the strange city?
Oh, I'm sure.
I mean, it will be getting dark soon.
So, yeah.
Right. So, who wants to go first and what they're doing?
Well, I'm pretty much staying behind, so
Yeah.
I mean, I'll just hang around with Aedrin and
Okay. Other of you?
Yeah, I'm going to head towards the top.
Okay. Mara?
I'm going to head to the school.
Okay, so you're heading towards Misbegot Ridge.
treacherous
And
woman.
a man walks down the street and he says, "Why am I soft in the middle now? Why am I soft in the middle now when the rest of my life is so hard? What of my wife and family? What if I die here? Who will be my role models now that my role model is gone? Gone. Dogs in the moonlight." You walk past him and that fades away.
Should pickpocket of things fairly crazy in ways anyway.
Eventually you arrive at the bridge. You pass under the bridge, I assume.
Yes.
There is a gate. A figure materializes out of the shadow and he says, "Hello, miss."
I'll show you.
"All right, huh? Right you are." He opens the gate. Down the stairs and further, you eventually arrive at an open door.
The stairs are quite old, aren't they?
Very old. Worn. There are a few light-fingered looking individuals around. There's a few archways that lead off to different areas outside of the common area you're in. One of them has a crudely drawn flagon on it indicating it might be some kind of bar. You are looked at as you enter.
Is your friends there? The ones you just met?
Oh,
Would you try to rob us like twice?
Yeah, twice. I would have gone home and given up.
I will head towards the bar.
Okay. You enter a dingy-looking bar. A few lanterns provide light. There's a fireplace. There's a few people drinking in there, taking their ease. There's a big triangle-shaped man behind the bar.
An inverted triangle.
Yes, he seems very, very broad, and because of the bar, he seems to taper away to nothing. Triangle man looks up at you, and he relaxes when he sees you're not Particle Man, whom he hates. They once had a fight, and Triangle won. Triangle Man.
Alright, I'll approach him.
He leans on the bar and he says, "New blood. What can I get you?"
You must see a lot of things coming through here.
Ah, my favourite kind of trade. Information. I see kinds of things, yeah.
Maybe people from different places?
What, down here? That's less common, innit?
Thinking maybe an Amazonian one.
Oh, it's like that. Yeah, there's a couple in the city. 2 of them work for the watch. There's another one just come in. Little short one with a group of do-gooders and a purple-eyed foreigner girl. I assume you're not looking for that one.
Probably not. But none coming through here.
Through here? No. And you know I'd tell you because I can make some money off of telling. Yeah. I ain't seen you around. Not since... Well, yeah, it would have been the coronation night. Have you had your training?
No.
Well, you might want to look for some. Otherwise, you're not going to know where not to knock off and things. Could land you in a pot of mist water, that. I mean, if you've got the talent for reading things, I've got a little starter I could sell you for a silver. Obviate the need to hang around with the nasty, greasy types that might want to lay hands and that sort of thing.
Have a look at that and pick that up. Put that in.
Yeah, you can always find me here.
What was the name?
Tea. Mara, is it? Completely believes you, which is good because everyone's a trusting sort down here. Yeah, it's like about 3 other archways. Then you find yourself in a dimly lit by candle and holder corridor that terminates at a T-junction. You come out in a small room. There's some tables and barrels stacked up, and there's a gate. And on the other side of the gate there is a different looking, sort of more rounded, vaulted looking tunnel, and there's the sound of water running.
Is there no one else there?
No. The gate is locked, because I assume you're going to try it 3 times.
It's got 3 locks on.
4.
Oh! Nasty.
Alright, I'll exit there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll go back to the bar.
Okay.
Go up to the tea.
Yep.
I'll walk past.
No idea.
What's with the gate?
Which one?
That leads up into the tunnel.
Which one?
It sounds like it has water.
Oh, sewer access.
Is that just...
That's in case we need to get into the sewers.
And that runs all under the city?
Most of it. Because most of the city's on loan. Now, once you sort of rise up in the ranks of it, you can get a little key to that gate and go another way in and out. Of course, navigating the sewers has its own difficulties. What with the rats and dire rats and other things.
Zombie rats.
No,
This one leads to another common room with a big table in the middle. There's several doors that lead off various sides, all shut.
I assume this is the same area.
You could assume that. It's certainly well lit. And to answer your question, through the final archway, you come to a series of rooms in a cloverleaf formation, which have training dummies, bunch of locked chests and lockpicks, lockpicking training room and that sort of thing. There are a bunch of like training areas for honing skills and that sort of thing. And some people hanging around that you presume might be NPC trainers. Oh.
Hint, hint.
It's like an apprentice cheese.
Yes, adept and apprentice, 2 things you are not.
I'll talk for the novice looking one.
Yeah, hello. You're new.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right nice looking. I ain't seen foreign like you.
I was looking for some help.
Cool, okay. It's gonna cost you. In shiny clinky gold.
Come back later.
Alternatively, you could just spend 2 days by yourself,
Yeah.
which is the much better option at low level.
Take them leave and get back to
Okay. Sulin, you eventually head up towards the tunnel.
I'm going to go to that house.
Okay. You want to do that here?
Yes, it's going to happen, so...
Okay. It's easily rememberable.
I will knock on the door.
The door
Well,
opens.
first I'll read the symbols to make sure it is what I thought it was.
It is what you think it is. You knock the door.
Yep.
The door opens a crack, and a voice from within says, "What is the color of night?"
Do I know the response?
No.
Do I know the generic response? I do not know, but I believe you may be able to help me, sir. Can you see me? Can they see me?
Oh, you can assume they can.
Then I'll...
Ah, right, yeah. The door opens a little bit further.
You are a long way from home.
Very.
You travel in strange company. The Brotherhood has an interest in the Tall One.
I realize this. But he is my companion for the moment.
Then the Brotherhood will leave him alone by the ancient agreement with your people.
Thank you.
The business is concluded. Darken this doorway no longer.
The door shuts.
Turn and leave. And I'll return to the... And
Okay.
You know, Cephiro,
Yeah.
could Frederick be becoming a god?
What, because enough people... No. You'd have to have thousands upon thousands, millions of people worshipping and believing.
I didn't say that he is one, but the more he kills and the rumour spreads, that it starts in the tavern and then eventually the whole city hears rumours, and then traders, because of trading and migration, eventually the whole country hears the rumours, and the fear spreads across the land. Eventually it could happen. Do you think he's in the early stages of godhood?
That is actually an interesting point.
Oh,
I mean,
that's
you
a
could
good one.
end up with something like the Dream Slayer becoming an anthropomorphic personification and rising to demigodhood across the entire continent.
Give him ideas.
No,
You could have old crones being like, now make sure you do all your chores and listen to your parents, or the Dream Slayer will come when you shut your eyes. Oh God, that's good.
Exactly.
it works, so it's perfect. It
Yeah,
works.
Especially
it
because
is exactly the kind of thing that might happen.
Yeah.
Especially because like the boogeyman onto your bed is such a thing, and especially in sort of these times, that it's something that really could catch on.
Yeah. There we go.
But Cephiro would still be like, no. I very much doubt it that he would have to spread his influence a great deal to even come remotely close to starting to take any form where he actually has any real power.
But you said that people can become gods, so why couldn't a spirit that clearly has influence?
Well, usually when a person does become a god, they usually transcend their mortal being and become something more, so... I'm not saying that it's not possible, I'm just saying that it'd be very unlikely. He'd have to have a lot more influence than he's got just in this one city.
I just worry that it might not be too difficult to gain influence.
I suppose it depends what his agenda is.
So after that conversation carries on its usual and inevitable course, Sulin will arrive back, and about, say, 10 or 15 minutes later, Mara will arrive back.
Sulin, did the walk clear your mind?
It helped.
That was good. You don't have any possessions that belong to this shield. No. It was just a thought I was thinking, in relation to the case of Frederick, if you could somehow ascertain the location of an individual's body parts by just getting one of them by paying off somebody, you could possibly...
I think that's completely different.
What?
I wouldn't be carrying around.
It's about
No, but I was just thinking if you had something in her possession, perhaps using similar skills, one could ascertain the location of the owner or of said item if it was a particularly personal object using some kind of similar magic or something.
Yes, but that kind of magic would be well outside our current station.
Yes, I suppose that's true, but perhaps with enough work in this town, and perhaps if we all find jobs. I mean, Lady Mara's already got her job as a flutist or whatever it is at you only missed one, right?
Everybody gets one.
If we can clear this place out, I might be able to continue bouncing here for a while, or perhaps, I mean, the Templars of Benadar have already said that there could be future work there for us, or at least for me, probably for all of us. Perhaps young Aedrin here could get a job as some kind of scribe or something.
I didn't need to visit the mages in this town anyway, see if they have any need for me.
Do you know where to find them?
No, not really.
I suppose they also try to keep fairly well hidden. I wonder if they have their own guild in here as well. Thieves already do.
It would be a guild for most things in this town.
Yes.
Lady Mara will return safely.
Yes. What has occurred to me?
Go on.
The swords.
Sewers are
Go
usually
on.
as old as the cities themselves, so they'd be ancient.
Again, it's the last verse that held a weight of stone in
Sewers.
place.
The sewers are held by stone, and they could run through or alongside of the river.
You can run through underneath the entire city, and this place isn't exactly small.
Well, only some of it because it's built on one.
Okay.
Is it?
Some of it.
Well, I suppose we could try we can get access to the undercross of the city near where the water runs, where the river is. Perhaps there's an answer there.
It might be dangerous though. There are rats and dire rats. From what I hear.
What's it?
It's okay, Scribbles.
Big red eyes.
Do you know what a dire wolf is?
Yes.
Well, it's like how you know how much more dangerous and large that is compared to a normal wolf. You
Yes.
apply the same to a rat.
But then wouldn't that be like a small puppy?
Well, yes, a puppy that's incredibly fast and has venomous teeth that can bite you.
I see.
So you guys doing anything?
It's just
Discussing things around the
Okay.
table at the inn, I suppose.
So as you discuss things, it becomes Vespers, which is sunset.
Well, I'm guessing Freddy hasn't put us to sleep, or actually we could be asleep.
Yes, that is true, we could be.
well, the laughter is timed earlier,
Maybe he's closer to the forest.
or his influence could be spreading. If he could begin to affect the real world.
Thank you.
You were sure that he's in your life if something evil. Bless you. Anyway.
Well, this is your shield bearer we are looking for, Sulin. It's your call as to how we proceed next.
Well, obviously anything we do, we don't want to do it at night time.
No.
So what leads do we have?
only what was given to me by my wise ones.
So that's the verse.
The verses, yes. That's what they saw, and that's all.
I mean, like, in the city, what do we have now? What?
Again, it's the ancient spheres. You're divided by which nourishes life, so we believe it's the city. It is the city. They have fallen, which
The sewers could be partially caved in.
no, I think it's more again fallen, like
Oh, yeah.
the dead. That's why I'm thinking more the
Unless it's ranks. There are 2 of the people that work in the city. We know one of them.
two of them.
Yes. We know one of them.
There's a second one?
Someone. Ask around, people. Come on. What do you even do?
Well, I studied.
Something wrong, Lady Sulin.
We're just thinking of of what it could be. Yes,
Could be dead or ranks.
yes, yes.
Or,
Fallen from the grace of goddess.
maybe they've changed what they believe in.
But we'd have to go. It also says, and down you go as well. So I don't think it would be a rank thing. We don't even fall in ranks.
Well, it could be maybe she's changed her beliefs and finally changed yours.
Then I'll never find her.
Who has the actual map of...
It's just in the room.
No,
No,
see,
no,
he's
no.
asking
The
about.
actual, I want to actually see physically. Thank you, good sir. Let's see where the river actually...
It's fairly easy to spot. It's a big thing. It goes
Yeah,
right
no,
through the middle of the
it's
city.
quite
blue.
Where it runs in conjunction to other things.
You turn the map sideways, it's the River Thames.
Keep
Going back
speaking
to
if you want
ranks,
this.
I know you did dismiss it, but if it's old, no, it's stone. It did say stone stairs.
Stone stairs.
So maybe there were some steps.
Well, no, it doesn't say stone stairs.
It just said stairs.
3 times the stairs of ancients.
Would you like me to read out the whole thing? Because you trying to read things is, I know, but for the benefit of
I'm
everyone.
doing that on purpose.
Okay.
Because I've never been asked to show them,
Hmm.
so I can only tell them what I've got.
There is a Maudlin bridge that's not too far from a cemetery. It goes across the river. Fallen get buried at a cemetery. This is one separate from the Tump.
Could be, we could.
Maybe we're getting stuck on the wrong bit.
There's also Gopher Bridge. Gophers bury underground, deep down.
Gopher Bridge might be named after an Anthony guy. It might have nothing to do with it, just...
So, stairs of ancients. What else does it say?
Yeah, they have fallen and down you go as well. 3 times the stairs of ancients, held by weight of stone and place you.
Not all it says.
Oh, divided by that which nourishes life.
But what does it say in order?
Divided by which nourishes life, they have fallen and down you go as well. 3 times the stairs of ancients, held by weight of stone and place you.
And is it written down? Are you reading it?
No, I'll be saying that.
Do they have this written down on the floor?
Yes, I do.
No. Is that alright?
Yes.
She hands you a scroll.
Is there anything special about this rock?
It's got writing on it.
That's writing on it.
It's very special.
No, read this out.
Yeah.
In a city in the west, renamed by her enemies, cursed by the mistborn, emptied by the curse, divided by that which nourished his life, they have fallen, and down you go as well, 3 times the stairs. Stair? This is the wrong spelling.
No, the spelling's quite accurate.
It's T-A-R-E-S.
It's T-A-R-E-S. We're looking for the wrong stairs. Sulin,
Stairs as in looking and...
As an intense glare, yes.
Yes.
3 times
Fuck, I'm
the
clever.
stairs.
I know.
I deliberately exploit your lack of English.
Well, the
I'm sorry, I'm still trying.
stairs.
Language is not my first written.
What if it's statues?
It's
Exactly.
obviously it's statues.
Something that stares
Place by
out
stone.
over somewhere.
Movable statues.
Didn't we see some large statues in the town?
Yes.
What were they looking over? What were they staring over?
They're looking over the mausoleum, weren't they? The
Actually, you couldn't see their heads.
Renamed by her enemies. What is...
it's
The
the city.
city.
Yeah, but
The first part of it is the city.
What is its name? What is the original name? Emptied by the curse.
The curse of King Stephen.
Divided by that which none is like. So it's all just divided. This is not like next. There's born as well.
You're having fun now, aren't you?
I am. I'm having the most fun. I have to admit, I'm particularly pleased with this one.
Especially since you know, like, you look at it, it's the right word, and I assume because my spelling is absolutely awful. Oh,
I admit, I'm exploiting you directly with
You
this
can
one.
do that real easy with me.
I kind of hoped that you would spend the next few months herring around after various staircases I'd put in 3s around the city.
Which seem to be quite a bit.
Yeah, it's astonishing how many things come in 3s when there's stairs.
How many statues did we see?
I didn't say.
Yeah.
There were some.
So were some, yeah, so...
It could also be something bigger, like the Loman Man. Because that's one big statue staring at something. What if there's
Yeah.
more?
Well, were these statues when we went past the palace?
There was one.
Maybe there are 3. But very far apart.
Well, which way is the lonely?
Lonely Man looks away from the city, doesn't it?
That's true, right.
Yeah.
That's how it's
There's no way we'd be able to like triangulate the stair between them if that one's just completely looking away.
Someone else wants
No,
I think
You can
one of
feel
my
free to call
characters-
me all the names you want.
I think my character's more just annoyed that Sulin, she keeps saying stairs without... And even like we were talking about stairs that you go down and she's even fully on board with that. Doesn't like...
Well, it's exactly how I read it. And that's how I wrote it. So I would read it like that.
It's really...
Yeah, it's all very well to read something out, but then when somebody starts talking about
well,
stairs
no, because
that
if
you
English
step
isn't,
down...
if English
Yeah,
isn't a language
I
he's
know.
inherently good at, you would have.
Yeah.
I mean, you're all coming from a place where I'm assuming Common is either your first language or you're very good at it.
Yeah.
That might not necessarily be the case for everyone.
That really bothers me.
Do you feel the need to purge?
Every day.
So what are you guys doing?
Studying.
I mean, Stephen, I know you're feeling incredibly foolish right now.
The worst part is I saw it there, and I knew it was wrong too. But after a while, I ignore because it's not important. I ignore it, and then I forget that it's wrong. No, seriously.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Alright, so this
Barkeep, 10A up now.
Just ask Shannon about it. First in class in English.
So what are you good?
Okay.
Well, might as well have the meal for the day.
Here, meal.
Okay, so you eat. You're done.
Right.
Does anybody have a slender blade?
a dagger.
Would you mind if I borrowed it?
What for?
This is starting to get a bit long. I need to cut it down a bit. I will.
Oh, no.
Never borrow her knife and go up and shave.
Yeah, it's not made for the purpose, so you're
I
not
know.
going to get a clean shave.
Yeah, but maybe to get most of it.
Okay.
I'll repack my quiver. What's the stitching like at the bottom of it?
It's okay.
Double stitch or
Single.
single? Right. Alright then. It's dinner time, isn't it? So we've got to leave in. It's getting late.
Indeed it is.
Probably
Are
egg
you,
dark by now.
It
Fine.
is. It is actually past sunset.
Do you wish your company?
Technically, I'm a
Huh?
music.
Oh.
But
Oh my god, I just heard Sulin laugh.
it wasn't a real laugh.
It's the closest I've heard.
You have to spell
Well, you can smell it.
Wow!
It's spelled correctly. It's me reading it which is the problem. And I'll leave the room.
That was uncalled for. You can't write it to Dwarvish.
it. She's not a dwarf.
Yes, but it might not be her main language.
I feel like we've wasted a lot of
Kind of have. Like that whole time when you were going down in the poor pits.
Yeah.
Complete waste of time.
No. See, was it a waste of time?
It was.
Only because you didn't get any.
Cephiro isn't interested in Horus.
I still look, but not touch.
time. Must we bring back up the lonely man in? I'll get ready to leave to the opera house.
Okay. Who will roll me a percentile representing the group?
Go on.
It's up to you
Well,
now.
you've been so good with us so far.
46.
Good news. You are waylaid by no one and do not have to defend yourself. But the door to the inn bursts open and what looks like a pair of bedraggled merchants stomps in, brushing the snow off their shoulders and hats. A pair of unhappy-looking guards tromp in. They're both All four are male. The two merchants are sort of slightly pudgy, and their clothing looks well made but worn really hard from travel. There's mud sort of caked around their boots and that. The two guards are wearing padded armour. They've got leather belts and sheaths for their short swords, and they've got a cudgel on each hip. They're wearing a sort of cloth felt sort of peasant hat sort of thing. They've got unkempt beards and scraggly, stringy, greasy, dark hair. And all of them look pretty miserable.
Because were these people the only men? Because they're multiple.
They were not.
No.
They go over to the bar and start haggling for a room, eventually settling on 4 coppers for some commons beds. They look around the inn, and they look at you, and they sneer.
Sneer back. How dare they?
And they tromp off to the commons, leaving a trail of mud and snow behind them. Which Curtis sort of comes out, gets a mop and starts cleaning up, with a weary world put upon sigh. Other than that, there's nothing eventful in the tavern.
Yes, and it's still pretty quiet for the most part.
Yeah, for some reason it's not been a very popular tavern in the past week or so.
Yes.
Because everyone keeps dying in their sleep.
Well, I'd be useful to see if Frederick is satisfied.
So we'll claim the blade of Lady Mara's dagger and return it to her.
I would have forgotten. Take Aiden's so.
Well, if you've already hit off, I'll just leave it on.
You heading off alone?
I would have been outside still and asked, you want me to come with you?
You can if you want.
I'll follow.
Okay. What are you two doing while they're off? Because you're going to make it uninhibited.
Unmolested.
That's actually probably the best term.
Yeah.
Yes, especially for you.
Unhindered is I think what I was trying to say. But I was being a fucking retard and unable to speak.
Still trying to learn the spell.
Good luck. And
I'll just
out of game, you're not going to be able to do that until they take 2 days off to level up.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
you keep getting interrupted and you're like, the spell is lost. Also, have you rolled your percentile for learning it and succeeded? Just to get that out of the way.
Yeah. That's probably important. Where's mine? Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so that's out of the way. You can learn it when you need to learn it. So what are you
I'm
doing?
just going to rest on the bed while Aedrin's doing
Okay.
his thing.
While you're resting, so you go off for your midnight rendezvous. I assume you're going to stay in the shadows?
Matins, actually.
Yes, same thing. Matins. Your matinee performance, as it were. That's where the term comes from, dude. You guys will hear a soft knock on your door.
You're studying, so I'll get up from the bed and approach the door, and before I get to what I want, who is it?
As you approach the door, your rat scampers inside your armor, not inside you.
He's a rat, not a gerbil. Okay, so he's acted like it's... Okay, given that reaction from him, I will put my hand upon the handle of my hammer, but not actually draw it or anything.
Okay, and you get to the door and you say, "Who is it?"
Who is it?
The Brotherhood of Assassins.
No thanks, you're not wanted here, we're fine.
Does the Brotherhood of Assassins usually knock?
No, usually they just sneak in and stab you in the back.
So
don't
anyway,
hurt
you hear a
myself.
sound, and then a shadow moves across the floor beneath your feet, and a guy sort of rises up. You've seen him before.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
He says, the contract on your life has been cancelled through an ancient agreement with your associates. You will suffer no further trouble from us.
Good. Thank you.
Nuato, this agreement does not cover you if you cross our path. Until then.
Shadow.
Who was that?
I was about to ask, do you know anything to do with that? It's something to do with my associates, and you're the only one who's in the room at the moment, so...
I don't know anything about that.
Okay, I shall have to ask the ladies when they return.
That there was a contract on your life?
Where have you been the last few days?
Yeah, actually, remember the last guy who was sent from the Brotherhood you destroyed with fire?
Yeah.
You murdered him.
And the one before that, I
Yeah, murdered him!
mounted his face.
I thought it might have been like a small hit due to something else, or what happened in the forest when we were still in Anpa.
Yes, we did get warned by that Ponzi upstart that we were going to interfere. Thing is, we didn't interfere and go back there after that anyway. I don't even know why they're after me in the first place.
Did you try asking them? You should have just asked him.
It kind of disappeared before I could say too much. I shall have to ask Sulin and Mara when they return. I think I will do some praying. Perhaps Tor's light has shone upon me favourably once again.
Can you just roll your musical instrument? See how well you do with your unfamiliar clarinet.
17.
Yeah, again, when it comes to intermission, you'll be approached by the acting. He's like, you musicians, you normally don't get so drunk until after the intermission. You need greater stability above the stave, and try not to exhaust your breath so early on. The clarinet requires a constant flow of even breath rather than a strong one. You can roll again for your second half if you wish.
13.
There we go, that's better. Well, shall we take a break right now before we reconvene?
Yes.
Break.
Hero Quest. Deep inside another dimension, face battling barbarians and evil magic on a quest for adventure in a maze of monsters. This is Hero Quest, the fantasy adventure game where winning means mastering the arts of combat.
I'll use my broadsword.
And magic.
Fire of wrath.
Discover traps and enemies. Uncover secret doors. Once you get into it, you'll never be the same. Hero Quest.
I think Mara's back, Sulin's back.
Mm-hmm.
I will pray. Well, I was already praying, but I'm going to pray.
Okay.
My spell.
Well, you got to pray just to make it today. That's why we pray.
I'll memorize color sprays.
First part of that is the hammer.
Yeah.
Seeing that.
Yeah. Where do you think I've referenced it? I mean, all his life he wanted to make it to the top. Some said he couldn't. They told him no, but he didn't stop. Okay, so you've memorized and spell.
Yes.
Okay, that'll take effect when you go to sleep.
Yep.
Anyone else doing anything? You've arrived back?
I'm going to sleep.
You arrived back.
Well, before the ladies go to sleep, I do want to bring up a point.
Uh-oh.
Revelations.
Revelations 3:16.
Ladies, either of you wouldn't happen to know anything about a League of Assassins who wanted me dead and apparently cancelled the contract based on the people I'm travelling with.
I know of the League of Assassins that were tailing you, obviously the ones that the guy downstairs and
Yes, well apparently they sent a messenger to say that they are no longer after me because of something to do with
Yes, a messenger.
an ancient pact formed with I don't know who, but something related to my travelling companion. Neither of you know anything about this?
To be honest, Adrian.
Yeah, he was the first person I asked. He was in the room when it happened. So after he changed his robe, I asked him.
Mage would be more ancient.
I was being flippant.
Mage would be more ancient texts.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
What? You know I grew up on a farm, right?
Is Sulin allowed to just lie without having a roll? I'm just wondering.
If you want to make comparative checks, that's between you.
Oh yeah, I want to see if actually either of them are telling the truth.
It's charisma, opposed by you're trying to detect it, so that would be wisdom.
One,
Crit fail.
3 sting, and 3.
If you are lying, it is obvious to him.
I'm not
What?
lying.
3.
And you got
15. Did you...
Sulin appears to be telling the truth.
And Mara appears to, I suppose, be telling the
three's
truth.
really
Well,
bad on a
because-
comparative check, isn't it?
Oh wait, yes, it is actually an opposed roll. So 15, is that below your wisdom?
I thought it was charisma. Oh,
No,
it's
they're rolling
It
charisma.
is not below my wisdom, no.
Then you failed anyway, so
Yeah, okay.
you botched. But again, with Mara, if you're telling the truth, you don't have to roll because you just are.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay, so as far as I'm concerned, neither of them know anything about this.
At least there's someone travelling with us that we don't even know about.
Yeah, scribbles. Do you know anything about assassins? Okay, what do you know? Yes. Do you have an ancient pact with any assassins of some kind?
Maybe try yelling at him. Like,
I don't
you!
He understands me. I don't need to berate the little fellow. He's done nothing wrong. Have you, Scribbles?
Squeak.
Aw. Tap, tap. Scratch the top of his head. Don't listen to her, Scribbles. She's just jealous.
It's cursed.
Well, if he's cursed, he's only cursed that he's a rat, and
No, what if he never was a rat?
well, he might not have originally been a rat, I don't know, but
What if he's just like a really creepy old man sitting in the shop and thinks that he's actually a rat? Like, have you ever thought about that?
I considered it when I first met him, but I trust Scribbles.
How long ago was this?
no.
I've known Scribbles for over a month now.
Wait. Let's see if it was a year-long friendship. How'd you meet? You two.
Oh, that's an interesting story. You see, I was asked to help clear rats out from an old woman's basement, and
Wait, you met there? Hang on, carry on.
and this was in Talvalen.
Oh.
And when I was I killed one of the rats, and then when I was trying to hunt the other one, I knocked some things over and discovered his little manuscripts and books that he'd been writing, and discovered, wait, one of these rats was very intelligent, it seemed.
So you picked up the wrong
The
one.
other one. This one's faking it.
And then, so I tried to capture him and discovered that his senses had been dulled by eating the old woman's herbs and from the herbs she was storing in her attic, basically, and her basement, I should say. So I kept hold of him. I kept him fed and bedded. And why are you smirking, Lady Mara?
No reason.
And
For the same reason I was smirking all the time this was going on.
And I dried him out, and then he eventually communicated with me again and wrote things and found once more, once his head was clear. We've been fast friends ever since.
So you were nicer to a rat than to that emaciated orb.
I was.
And,
I wasn't the one who wanted to chop its legs off.
I didn't pick up a random rat.
It wasn't random. He showed signs of intelligence.
So you befriend everything that shows signs of intelligence.
that orc was intelligent.
Yes, but he's also a creature of evil.
But
Scribbles isn't evil. I could tell.
How?
I'm a paladin of Tor. I can detect that which is evil and that which is good.
But if he was evil enough, he could obfuscate the truth.
What, a little rat like Scribbles?
The rat looks at you cutely.
Sometimes the littlest things do the most damage.
Who's the smallest member of the party?
I think that's kind of where she was going.
You look at Scribbles nose.
Drops his little shotgun.
Looks back at his friend.
So you're all starting to feel pretty tired because you've basically been on the go for 2 days.
Yep.
Choosing my...
Yep. Sleeping time.
Try to sleep at the same time as everyone else. It sort of worked last time.
Yeah, so you all fall asleep fairly instantly. Who wants to roll for dreams?
I will. Is it a D20?
Yes.
Comes a one.
Do some of those.
14.
Okay.
4!
14.
Roll a 4, Kenneth.
Okay.
You need the 4s. Or a 14.
You traitor.
10.
14! Yeah! So good.
Okay, so you find yourself in a small nut and tobacco farming village with the grotesquely distorted faces of people who hated you, burning you at a stake.
Again?
Again. You will find yourself sitting on top of a grassy hill on a pleasant summer afternoon as zombies shamble up the hill towards you. You find yourself in an unfamiliar sort of sandstone coloured enclosure with strange writings engraved into the walls and snakes coming out of little holes. You find yourself living in your hovel.
In my hovel.
From that other...
In your peasant hovel.
Oh.
An appealing sack of garbage nearby smiles winsomely at you.
It's just your head.
A gargantuan figure that resembles your brother slightly squats down and takes a giant steaming pile on you.
Teabagged you at least.
Oh.
attempting to run away from this situation, you find yourself inevitably drawn towards a familiar inn.
Yeah. What condition is this inn in?
Heavily on fire.
Ah.
This is true for all of you.
Even if we're not moving, is it just like right?
Yes.
Do we see the others?
Oh, do you?
No.
Probably.
Do you want against con or wisdom?
It's a perception check, so...
Okay.
So I probably see them with a 6.
See that?
So yeah, the others of you are there.
Sulin.
Oh.
Says a shit-covered Cephiro.
Damn.
Oh. I am not covered in shit. I am a gleaming paladin.
You're
in
quite
full plate
covered in
armor.
shit, I think.
Oh. I can't do the thing.
Of course you can.
I'm not stopping you.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what to compare it to.
You
Con.
Con? It is below my con.
Yeah, you're not covered in shit, just.
Okay.
You do whiff, though.
Well, I see this is still here. Yes, we're all still getting tormented in our dreams.
Real simple Frederick.
Look, Frederick, if you are somewhere nearby, if you've got any ideas exactly how we're supposed to find your
Or we're...
impossible to find remains, then feel free to enlighten us.
Rather than torturing us.
The inn burns down.
Does your one remain in the inn?
One of the walls that are still standing falls in. One of the beams falling neatly across that area where the trapdoor would have been.
What if the
Fire's gone. Can I go back down to the trapdoor?
If you want.
I wish to.
I'm going to examine the beam actually as well.
All around you, ghostly shapes of peasants ripping a man apart.
I'm going to pay close attention to that.
Okay. Con check for nausea.
That's true. What's that? Okay, it's well below my con. I'm looking to see if anybody actually pulls
Takes a
something
trophy.
off and takes a trophy, pulls something off and keeps it, pulls something off and throws it somewhere. Anything.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
that's sort of happening.
Yeah, like something that is not just meat, like something that's
Yeah,
gonna be bone.
he's basically being pulled apart and carried off
Okay.
in like a big horde.
Okay, I'll follow the horde as it's taking them away.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, you follow the horde.
Where are you going?
I'm seeing where they're taking him.
Well,
Oh.
the parts going in different directions.
Well, you know, the majority of us are being carried off. Yeah.
Then is he one going off the other way?
No.
Or is anything being left behind?
Yeah, I guess so.
I'll follow Cephiro.
Where is the thing that's left behind going?
It's just on the floor. It's just like a hand that's just been discarded near the
Trapdoor?
yeah, around there.
Then I'll watch this hand.
It's a hand. What do you want? So you guys head off, and the crowd sort of fades away, and you can't follow it anymore once it sort of gets out into this sort of more vague city.
I'm guessing they're heading towards the top.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll head back, and it's like, well, so much for that idea.
Did you check under the trapdoor?
I will look at where Sulin's pointing. It's a hand, I assume.
It's a sort of skeletal hand like that.
Ah! Okay, I'm going to, yeah.
Does anyone come and pick it up?
Hmm?
The hand. Does anyone pick it up?
It just passes through.
So just someone.
No, not really. Eventually the building resets to being on fire.
Crap, we're in it.
Check the trap door.
It seems to be fairly solidly shut.
The hand might have been found when they rebuilt the inn.
What could be buried under the inn?
Well, they would have cleared the stuff. It would have been cleared with the materials
Possibly.
because the foundations would have been stone. Foundations of stone.
Loam, actually.
Yeah.
With a little stone imported.
We
But they
found
were-
the trap door already.
They, the new owners made it for it was one of their family and kept it as a memento. Would that be possible?
Pretty sad.
I think Curtis would have said something.
What if Curtis doesn't know?
I suppose it's a possibility, although one usually doesn't keep
I don't know what these
just a
people
hand.
do. We don't build mausoleums, is it? What for our dead we
You just breath it.
burn them.
Yeah.
We turn the ashes to the soil.
That's not a very good way of doing that, but sure.
Purified in fire.
Yeah, but
It just keeps on cycling through the same thing over and over again.
Yes.
So we're not getting burned or great at the moment.
Nope.
So he is telling us. Can we sleep now and start in the morning, please?
Wait, this one, I know it was giving the middle finger, but was it pointing in any particular direction of note when it was lying on the ground?
You don't know.
Or what direction
Roll.
was it pointing?
Roll, that's what he's saying.
Is it 11?
Not really.
And we could look underneath the inn and the approximate place the hand was, but that doesn't mean it's down there.
I don't think it'll be down there still, but I think they at least ask. They may know. They may think it's the remains of their family.
kind of is.
Well, yes, but they may think it's the remains of her sister, wasn't it?
But they didn't know that it's the relatives.
Okay, so you wake up. It is the Mercet, the 8th of Shaw. It is just before prime.
One silvers can come with that.
Indeed.
Most of the time.
In Maryland currency, it certainly is.
When does time turn over? Turns over.
It turns over at prime.
It was when, yeah,
Daybreak.
it turns over here in daybreak, yeah.
Yeah, so it was 8 before we slept. Then
It was Mercet, 8th of Shaw. Yeah.
yes, it's 9.
Whatever.
The only reason I asked that is because if it
Yeah.
was, yeah,
Now I want you to dwell on something that I just said. It is just before prime, which is when the date changes over. Pay attention, Thicky.
stairs.
4.
So it is still the 8th until the sun comes up.
Yeah, so we wake up.
All at the same time.
Yeah.
Winchester is really not grateful for what he's doing, for what we're doing.
Well, he didn't hurt us last night.
What does it matter?
You know, I really get sick of the same dream over and over again.
Although I guess he's kind of showing us what it's like for him. He's scared and he has to see the same thing over and over again.
And doesn't get to wake up.
Yeah. It's still not.
Doesn't mean others didn't die here tonight. There were at least 3 new visitors to this tavern when we saw come in.
If he kills anyone, then he's being really ungrateful then.
Well, the thing is, it doesn't matter if he kills people or not. We still have to do. We still could try to help him so we can help more people later. We can't just not help him because he decided to kill people tonight.
I didn't say that. I'm just pretty mad.
As you say mad, bells start ringing. Eventually, by consensus, it becomes prime, 9th Chahal.
I suppose we could do as you suggested and ask Curtis and Jamie Lee if got the hand.
It's just like,
It's Jamie Lee, since Curtis didn't seem to know anything.
Jamie Lee won't tell us anything.
yeah.
Curtis won't tell us anything. Jamie Lee may. If it's one of the others.
Because they would know that it wouldn't be the remains of the child and the woman, because they would have found them completely, at least their bones completely intact within the...
Also, they wouldn't keep it because they didn't know it was their relative until we told them recently.
But then they may have done something with the remains themselves. Hidden them. All we can do is ask.
Get up, wash up, get downstairs. That's why I never took them off, so
You slept in your armor. Interesting.
pretty much. I wouldn't have been on the bed, I would have been on the ground. So.
Well, you go downstairs, the watcher just leaving.
Is there a body?
Yeah,
Just the one.
so far.
God's sake.
And Jamie Lee's leaning on the bar counter.
How tired does she look?
Quite.
Jamie Lee, a word if you don't mind. I don't suppose, long shot here, but after the inn burned down, a stray skeletal hand was found in the remain.
That thing,
Yes, what of it?
well, we don't have it.
Yes, but you speak of it as if you know it is a thing of infamy and you may know where it is.
Well, Uncle Alan, what paid for this place?
Yeah.
He kept it. Said it would be an interesting conversation piece.
And what did he do with it?
You'll have to ask him.
Well, where is he?
Lives 3 blocks down.
Whereabouts precisely?
She
Which
could give him
street?
directions.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay. Don't expect much. He's gone all crazy.
I wonder why.
I assume you're all just going to head there. Okay, you arrive. The home of a modestly successful merchant. Dilapidated. Ragged curtains blow out the windows. The shutters hang uselessly off hinges. You go to knock at the door, but it just swings open with a creak.
Okay.
inside is mostly bare. It is a 2-story establishment. The rooms downstairs appear to be largely empty and dusty. Cobwebs fill the corners.
Footprints.
There are,
Aside from
Not from
ours.
us.
aside from yours.
How recent?
Very. Very.
Do I hear like the movement of anybody aside from like us?
Yeah, he's just some creaking upstairs.
Does it sort of look like people have been taking stuff from the place?
Kind of, I guess.
Shall we head upstairs?
Yes.
Single file.
Yeah, I'll go up ahead.
No, we'll go. We just can't come to a creepy house. Just talk to a creepy old man.
You prefer to go to the top again?
So is all of downstairs pretty much empty?
Yeah. Upstairs there are a few rooms, doors standing open, equally empty, but there's one door that's shut. And from beyond you can hear some muttering.
Open it.
Yeah, head towards it then.
It appears to be locked, or barred in some manner.
Well, we'll knock on the door. Excuse me, good fellow.
There's some muttering. Sir, or madam, truly your forgiveness I implore. That I have scarce heard you. Are you? Is there aught tapping at my chamber door?
Yes, there is. Are you the uncle of Jamie Lee and Curtis from the...
You hear a click as the door opens.
Okay.
As the door unlocks and then it opens, and there's a rather withered husk of a man who was clearly once much rounder and jollier, but now his flesh is kind of hanging off unfed bones. His eyes, sunken in deep pits, look out at you beneath stringy, matted white hair, rapidly diminishing from his balding pate. A rather fine bathrobe adorns his gaunt frame, wrapped over round, clearly made for a much more rotund figure than himself. He looks amongst you, and he says, "Yeah? How may I be of assistance to you, good sir?"
Yes, we were wondering if you could give us a hand with something.
Oh.
Damn, it's...
He pulls in on himself a bit and retreats into the hand. The room is furnished quite lavishly. A very worn rug is on the floor. There's a bookshelf with books. A writing desk of Victorian style, I guess I would call it, for visual reference. An elaborate 4-poster bed. A tightly shuttered window. There's a lantern sitting on the desk, a quill and various pots of ink. A fireplace on one side there. Yeah. State your business.
We seek the hand of that was left behind in the new boyfriend when it burned down.
The cursed hand.
Yes, we seek to lift the curse.
I know not where it be.
I thought you had it.
I have it. I have it and more. Though I cannot sleep for it.
We'll take it off your hands if you like.
I know not what you ask, for it has tormented me nightly,
If it'll be-
nightly since this nightmare began.
We can stop the nightmare for a price.
look to Lady Mara after that last what she said on the air.
What little I have I would give and more to end the misery that comes from lost Lenore.
Well,
Lost Lenore. If you give us the hand, we shall be able to perform the ceremony in order to put everything to rest.
I have it, but I know not where it is. Distinctly I remember it. It was in that bleak Salemba, and each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow. Vainly I had sought to borrow from my books a cerise of sorrow, nameless here forevermore.
research the place.
Look you, as much as you wish.
I think I'll look around, see if I can
The
see it.
silken, sad and uncertain rustling of each purple curtain thrilled me, filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before. So that now, still the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor entreating entrance to my chamber door. Some late visitor entreating entrance to my chamber door. 'Twas not that, nothing more."
I got 2.
Good for you. What are you looking for?
The hand.
You don't see it.
You've got a 9, anything of value?
Yes, many things.
Only like something I'd be able to take that would be.
Is there anything?
Yeah, there's quite a few things like candlesticks and that sort of thing.
Is there anything in the room like
Old books.
an area where it's sort of bare, but has like a cupboard? Like
There was once a portrait over the fireplace that you could tell from the big gap, the big pale patch, but it's now gone.
Is there anything in the fire?
Yes,
Fire?
wood,
Wood? Not
burnt wood.
And burning wood, or
No, there was no fire.
Is there
there.
anything in the ashes?
Yeah, you can't tell from looking.
I'm going over and using the poker, obviously use a poker there, and moving the ashes.
where did you last see the hand?
Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming. Dreams of no mortal ever dared dream before. But the silence was unbroken, and the stillness gave no token, and the only word there spoken was one whispered word. This I whispered, and echo murmured back the word, merely this, nothing more.
That doesn't answer my query. Where was the hand when you last saw it? When was it last in your possession, and where were you?
Back into the chamber turning, all my soul within me burning. Soon, again I heard a tapping somewhat louder than before. Surely, said I, surely this is something at my window lattice. Let me see then what thereat is, and this mystery explore. Let my heart be still a moment. Let this mystery explore. 'Tis the wind and nothing more.
The fireplace?
No. Some burnt edges of parchment.
Search for books.
You find a slim volume that seems fairly well-to-do. A collected work of short story. Roll.
6.
Success.
Well, wasn't there meant to be a percentile?
No, because there's no percentile for just steal item.
Ah,
You basically take it, and then anyone who is looking in your direction or might notice you will roll a perception check to see if they notice you stealing it.
I see.
I'm looking at the fire.
So that's not in her direction. You're currently preoccupied with the gibbering loon.
Yeah. So unless she was behind him when I'm talking to him, then I assume she's just looking around. I think if she just went to the bookcase, she'd just be over up, or am I just looking through books? I wouldn't see her
Yeah, I'll
pocketing something. Or...
start searching downstairs. Since he...
Okay.
What's on the big?
You now.
I'll check some of the drawers if there's drawers on there and see if I can find anything in them.
You'll find some personal documents, knickknacks, things like that. Flint and tinder, cosmetics kit, shaving kit.
Is there anything he's written recently? You said there was a pen and ink, and was there any parchments with anything written on the desk?
Some mad scroll about a hand and a tapping and knocking.
Check under the bed.
Okay. There is a pair of slippers and a porcelain bedpan.
Does your elaborate candelabras beside the fire?
Yes. You want to pull on?
Yes!
One? Strength check.
Pull it off.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
I don't play for 8, so I guess I played to pull it off, I played to just see if it...
Just give it a little tug and...
Yeah. Tug, twist.
Rip it off.
Close it.
Where?
We're out.
Slow badge.
She doesn't have that pocket.
Nothing on either one?
Nope.
I'm going to pull back the curtains and look out the window.
The window was painted on.
Right, you throw open the curtains and there is a shuttered window.
I will open the shutter.
A stiff, chill breeze blows in. Flakes of white dance across the sills.
I will look just outside, just in case there's like a windowsill or a planter box or something just on the other side. Nothing?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Did they look like there used to be something there?
Mm.
Okay. Is it broken off?
Yes.
Is there the same shaped painting in the room somewhere?
No.
No. Where's your painting gone, sir?
Not the least obseisance made he, not a minute stopped or stayed. He put within the mean of lord or lady to get through my chamber door, right through the chamber door. Through, as though still it sat within the wall.
On the wall. She broke up the wall.
Maybe try the box.
There wasn't. Oh. Alright, I'll try the books. I'll try pulling out all the books because they're hiding.
Nope. So you're downstairs.
Yep.
You're just looking through the empty rooms?
Yeah.
You gonna look anywhere in particular?
If there's a room that's directly, like, the furthest possible room from his bedroom.
Okay. There's nothing there.
Then I'll just start going through rooms to the left until I circle back around and then...
Okay.
Are there any drag marks anywhere on the floor? Like furniture's been moved or
Nothing like that, no.
Can we look at the rooms next door to the room?
Yes, you can.
Are they the right size?
I'm sorry.
I think what he means is...
Oh,
if
you're
you
looking
were
for
to-
his secret passages.
Yeah.
Roll.
I'm not looking for I'm just looking for size. 5.
No, they look alright.
Single digit, bro.
Yeah, looks solid. It's fact.
The right size room.
Not the walls.
They sound like wood.
Are they, do they sound hollow or like these?
They sound like walls usually sound.
So quite.
You know, there's a small gap between them, but only that natural gap that is between walls with joists and things. Knocking along, you can easily find the studs. So after some elaborate searching, eventually you come to the room directly beneath his bed chamber, which is the kitchen. And in the fireplace, you will see some ash. And within the ash, you will see something sort of off-white.
The hand.
Yes.
Is it attached or detached? So if I tried to pick it up, would I have to pick up all of the individual knuckles?
For some reason, the bones are together,
Okay.
though they should not be.
I won't want to.
Well, no,
Found it.
what holds them together when there's
Yeah.
nothing but bones?
Exactly.
Alright, I'll take it and then head upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you get to the stairs and there's all the doors.
I'll go into the room that everyone was in. Unless Sulin's in the, like, outside or...
I got a roll for that. 6. I would possibly. How long would it have taken him?
You can meet each other outside the room if you wish.
Oh, it's Sulin. I found the creepy skeleton hand.
Right, we can leave. I'll get the others.
Do you want me to just stand up here?
Yes.
Okay then.
Actually, stand at just a bit further away.
I'll shuffle away a bit, like here,
Yeah.
a little more further.
I'll look at them and looking back in the room. Cephiro,
Yeah?
how does your search go?
I thought it might have been in the planter box if it was knocking at his window, he thought, but there isn't one. It's broken off and long gone.
We may be onto a lead. It may be somewhere else in the house. We should
Okay.
check elsewhere.
Do you need
Okay.
I think we
hands
should.
with that?
I think we should leave this poor soul alone for the moment.
Very well, thank you for letting us explore your chambers, my good man. We shall be off. We may return.
He doesn't seem to hear you.
And then I will go outside and then probably see exactly.
Cephiro, I found it.
Yes, I see that.
We should put that away and we'll what will we do with this?
We need to find somebody for just a few coppers can ascertain where the rest of the bones are.
Those Templars, we could ask them, even if the Templars closed, they could redirect us to somewhere.
They might know, yes, they might know somebody, where to look for somebody with such skills.
I'll put the hand in one of my belt pouches.
Okay,
Since I
good
put
for
it
you.
somewhere.
Is it an empty belt pouch?
Yes.
Very well.
Well, except for the hand.
Yeah.
Would you pass this down to Mara? Basically, this is a sample of your book.
Right, so we're going to temple.
Yeah.
Off to the temple.
I wonder if they've got their new High Cleric yet.
Don't think in this short time. Were you going to walk in with that?
Yeah, I found it. I mean, that's what we're looking for.
Might have given the old man a heart
I
attack.
think you would have killed him.
It looks pretty close to doing it.
Meanwhile, actually, back in the room, an old man relaxes into his armchair, breathes his last breath, and his dying words are, "Peace at last, and nothing more." And he dies.
Well, now that
Just as that hand leaves the house.
well, now that we've just taken him, maybe he'll get better.
Maybe.
One could only hope.
Once we've satisfied Frederick, then everybody else that's linked to us will be better off.
So you arrive at the temple.
Yes.
It is still heavily guarded.
Yes. Can I see that the Templar lass who
No.
last time? Okay. Then I will just approach one of the ones on the main.
The temple is shut.
Yes, we are well aware of that. I'm Cephiro, Paladin of Tor. I was informed by one of your associates that perhaps for a few coppers we could get the assistance of some local who could ascertain the whereabouts of the rest of somebody's remains if we had merely one piece.
So you say?
Yes. Would you know where we could find such a person or such individuals?
I do not.
Could you direct me to somebody who would know?
Ask a barkeep.
Barkeep. Oh, very well. I suppose we could return to
I
that.
am not a town crier.
Can we talk to one of your priests?
The temple is shut.
Not for...
All
Totally.
business is halted until the arrival of the new High Cleric.
So you wouldn't even send any messengers?
Well, could you bring out the
No.
Templars?
We
The
must,
temple is shut.
we must go.
Yes.
May you always find shade more.
You could ask Curtis or Jamie Lee to say to just ask the barkeep.
As long as we didn't tell them what we had.
I think that they would have known based on the fact that we just asked about it.
So you feel something climbing up your side, like a spider.
Or like check it.
It's a hand made of bone.
I'll pull it off.
Okay, strength check.
Oh, feisty little guy.
5.
You succeed, because I bust.
Cephiro, can
It twists in your hand, pointing.
At you?
No, it's pointing in a direction.
maybe it knows where the other body parts are.
Is
We
it pointing
could
towards the
follow
top?
it.
It is.
It knows where we go. It knows where it wants to go.
That's handy.
You're gonna make the same pun all night.
We've got to hand it to her.
Someone else.
It seems to be pointing us in the right direction.
Well, let's lead the way, Aedrin, since you're
Oh, you can hold the hand if you...
very well. I'll hold the hand and see where it points. And then basically it'll take me that way.
Do we really want to be walking through the city with the hand like that?
Can you think of a better way to...
Yes, we could hold it undercover. Go so far, check.
Yeah, but if you hide it, it'll just climb up you anyway.
Hold it and hide it.
Fine, I'll just do this. And I'll pull my cloak around like this, so it's like...
That's even more suspicious.
Okay, now you look like you're hiding something.
Oh,
I am hiding something!
Several thieves' heads pop out of barrels and out of a wainscoting. So where are you guys going? What are you doing? You doing anything?
do we need to get anything from the inn before we get to the town?
If that's where we're going, I have all I need.
You do not need anything additional.
Did you have my dagger?
Sorry?
My dagger.
Oh, that's right, because you'd left before I gave him it back, hadn't I? It would have been resting on the bed, so you would have found it when you got back.
Yeah, you would have gotten it.
Okay.
Yeah. If you weren't there, I would have just put it on the bed, so when you got back in, it would have just been sitting there, all clean.
One look at you. With a record.
There are small whitish grey hairs on it. But,
You should use it to stab. That's why there's. Anyway, what do you need to
yeah.
and checking periodically. Well, you're watching.
Well, you see, it's cold, so bundling up like this isn't too much of a hard thing to.
Why?
Because it's cold.
It is snowing. Okay, so eventually you arrive yet again outside of the Tum.
And it's still pointing in the direction we want to go?
It is pointing right at the gates.
In we go, I suppose.
Yeah.
You don't need to do any blessings.
Not at the moment, no.
Then I'm going to be ready with the short sword.
Okay. I would like to point out at this point that you do not have proficiency with a short sword, and thus you will be at a -2 penalty whenever you're using it, which we have been neglecting recently.
Same as the bow too.
I believe you actually have a proficiency with the bow.
Surely you must.
I'm proficient with the bow.
I remember making you take it.
Yep, and I have proficiency with the because I was given 3.
Yes, but I would point out that a short sword does not fall into your broad category, which is long swords.
What is the...
Sorry, or medium blades actually, but it is it is shorter.
What category would that fall in?
Honestly, it would probably actually be something you could wield. Check out the player's handbook if you doubt me.
No, it's yeah.
Short swords for that small, right?
They're shorter than a medium blade, but longer than a dagger.
I always thought they were like like proper one-handed weapons, because a longsword's are two-handed.
At the shortest, yeah.
They're really about 16, 17 strands.
Imagine you're holding the wallet.
Yes, we'll let the hand guide me.
We're just waiting for Stephen to...
Oh no, I'll find it and keep walking. I'll take a negative 2.
So I believe what you have is one weapon, the bow and the other thing. Anyway. But so you enter the Tum. A foulness enters in the air. A funk of 40,000 years. Mists cling to your shins. It is dark. The overhanging cloud does not seem to surrender its grip over this area well.
Even scarier than underground.
It is fortunate that it is daytime.
Once we enter, does the hand like point in a different direction, or is it just the same? direction?
It seems to have. It seems to be pointing off in a different direction. Yes.
I will adjust according to the hand whenever it moves. I'm going to stick my monkey on it again.
No. Watch. Perception.
Noises are going on. Is it silent? Or is it just like running?
There's a strange creaking noise, intermittent. There are some groans and whispering sounds off in the distance. You can see the shadowy shapes of some massive statues, 4 of them, near the centre of the tomb, and the big mausoleum which squats between them. But you're not heading in that direction, you're heading over towards the mass graves.
Out of curiosity, the 4 statues, are they positioned in such a way that they are like equally spaced out from each other, or did it look like there were once more statues?
It looks like there were once more.
Approximately how many more, based on how they're spaced apart?
There could have been 7.
Okay.
There may have been more on either side,
Yeah.
but there are gaps for 7.
Okay.
They would be very large statuary, so that they're quite impressive works. We're not talking Argonath here, but they're certainly tall pillar-like statues.
So there would have been 7 all up, that's not just 7 gaps. There's
There's gaps for, if they're included, to be potentially 7.
So an uneven amount.
Assuming that there weren't more on either side.
But 7, if there's only 4 left out, would mean there are 3 that have fallen.
What? They've fallen. And down you go as well.
Not yet, Sulin.
Then we can do it all back, way back.
Perhaps.
This is freaking long as it is. It's like,
As you wind your way between decaying tombs, the path eventually gives way to intermittent cobbles and squelching ground. And unavoidably ahead of you, barring your path, the ground rips asunder as a skeletal arm reaches out and plants itself, hauling the rest of its desiccated form from the ground.
Is this where the hand's pointing to the skeleton?
Not exactly.
No, I think this is just
A skeleton emerges from the ground. You find it?
Yes.
I left my balls behind.
It was a tight group, wasn't it?
Indeed.
Yeah, and it's not in that tight group.
A short sword is not in that tight group, no.
Super low.
Like I said.
I thought we had it was, but it wasn't yet.
No, I deliberately gave you a weapon you were not proficient with. Because you don't always, things aren't always just convenient. Welcome to the real fantasy world, bitches. Right, so, since it basically gets the drop on you, but it's really slow, there's no surprise. So let's have some intentions, and then we'll roll initiative!
I'll attack it with my staff.
That's pretty expected.
Try and smash it with my hammer, yeah.
You know what? Every now and then I update my laptop with a direct copy of my D&D files from my main computer, completely forgetting that the certain documents will overwrite ones that I've added to on here. Meaning that I actually have to go and get from the Monstrous manual the stats of this fucking thing because all of my encounter data has been overwritten.
wow.
Every now and then, I'm a colossal fucked up.
No, I've done it with Mass Effect as well. Because it gets to the point where it's like, wait, which is the newer file, the one on the computer or the one on the laptop?
Yeah, because the dates don't always
Yeah.
tell you because you've been adjusting both of them, and so. Fortunately, this is why I bring every book.
Yeah, I'll do a cold shot.
Snake?
I'll try to...
Snake! Dun, dun, dun.
Ah, Skeleton Giant. Here it is.
I'll try to hit it in the
Skeleton
the
giant?
joint, in the left leg joint. Did that hit?
Cold shot.
Yeah.
You haven't rolled initiative yet, but
No.
what's everyone else's attention?
I'm just going to attack it.
So it's a giant skeleton?
No, it's just a skeleton.
There's a giant skeleton run away.
I'm just going to try and smash it with my hammer, essentially.
I'm gonna freak out and miss my turn.
Okay.
Its AC is
7. Okay, so I'm a class of 7, so you can all work out what you need to hit it. Save yourself some time in a little bit. Anyone whose Thaco is 20 should be hitting it on a 13 or better.
It should be.
Unless you have some kind of bonus or something. Right, this thing plunges its hand into the ground and pulls out this rusty ass iron sword. It looks truly desiccated. And let's roll initiative.
Six.
9.
Oh, I think. Whatever, I get a bit of a Satan thing going on there.
No.
No.
I rolled a 6.
It's a 65, so I don't have to look at it. Alright. So, who won?
I did. I got a 6.
Okay, you go first.
Neat. Cold shots are -2 or are they -5?
-4.
-4. Okay. Go. No.
Right, next.
I didn't roll.
What'd you get?
I'm
Yes,
on 11
she's-
here
it's me.
anyway.
No.
Right, now I go. It makes one of those horrible creaking noises you've been hearing. If any of you have seen Jason and the Argonauts, you'll know exactly. Or if you've played Oblivion or Skyrim, it's the skeleton noise. Just make this noise, and it's going to lash out at the most recent person that tried to attack it. So you. And what's your AC?
6 in normal, 4 in martial arts.
Are you in it?
I'll be into martial arts if I miss with the sword.
Right, so it misses. Next.
Yeah.
Slap it with your deck. Just turn left real quick.
Did they have dream?
Hmm?
Did they have the dream one?
I don't know.
Maybe for a good voice.
Oh, bitch.
18.
There we go. That's hit it.
Roll your damage. Roll your damage.
1.
+2.
Do you knock it down now?
We shall find out.
No.
Alright. You give it a good bash with the hammer and you see someone's ribs crack in and fall off. Intentions.
Well, kick.
Oh, you're doing... Okay, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No. Not the same. It was 14.
Sorry,
thing.
intentions.
I'm trying to cave in its skull, so that's a cold shot for me.
I'll try and regain composure.
Okay.
Wait, how close to me are you?
Not quite next to me.
Okay.
So,
it's just
yeah.
like,
They have to be pretty much adjacent to you for it to work.
well, it's 10 foot, so as long as they're in 2 squares, yeah. Like,
2 standard squares or...
and any
we're not...
radius.
Again, we're not... I said we could be using minis, but there's just one skeleton, so
No, yeah.
there's no point.
7.
9.
Oh, fuck me! I think I go first.
I'm on 5, so
I think
I don't know.
Mara might on
Oh,
two.
we're tied, so your dick's probably better than a skeleton, so you'll go first.
No, it was on 2, so
2, so you go first.
I think Mara's good.
Yep.
You're gaining.
It's
just
entirely up
gaining
to you,
up
it's your psychosis.
Yep.
Yeah, that's not as scary as you thought. Probably seeing it get its ribcage fucked over helped a lot.
And I'm doing what I'm
Yeah, cool.
And that probably won't be enough. It won't be enough of that, especially when it's a cold shot. So my hammer will come down and then probably miss it. Its head.
Do you get like a dual weapon thing where you can like shield bash and hit with your hammer in the same turn? Or?
No, I can do shield bash, but it does come at a penalty.
Okay.
So
I'm just like,
Yeah, you basically lose your...
my defensive
Your
bonus
defensive
in order
bonus
to
from
do an
the
attack, which isn't as
Right
usually
now, it
effective.
gets to go. And you attacked most recently, so... Yeah, okay, cool.
Shield bash basically has a higher chance to hit, but it's basically almost non-damaging. Pretty much
It's
non-damaging or low
Rusty
damage.
sword basically just scores you slightly, dealing 1 point of damage. A quarter of a mage. One measly little pointer suddenly sounds like a whole lot.
You.
it's me. 13 to 13. So cool. 17 will be. No!
A 4.
You miss.
Right. Sword. 17.
That's a hit.
Yeah. Two. And then kick. No.
Righto. Intentions?
Same again.
I'm gonna try and do another body shot since I missed with the cold one. So
Oh, I can bring you an attack. Do I need to
Finish.
roll?
Hmm?
Do I need to roll initiative? Or just ready to attack?
Yes, because if it goes before you, then it can attack you before you've readied an attack or something. Anyone beat a 6?
4.
9 and 9.
No.
13.
You have a higher dex. So.
Yeah.
So you go.
Just ready to attack.
Okay.
I'll just,
Yep.
square close.
Do you want to do anything else with your turn? Okay. Next,
We got 9, so
skeleton.
do we need?
He's going to take a swing at you, and you sort of get out of the way and cleverly parry it, and its sword sort of like latches onto yours, and it sort of is flipping off just a few feet off to the side, leaving the skeleton unarmed.
Oh,
Next.
it's me. Was it? I can see.
That looks like a 6.
Okay, no.
Cephiro!
Zero. $20.
Natural 20.
Natural.
Well, don't bother rolling the damage. The minimum rolled twice will kill it.
Okay.
So it shatters apart and falls to the ground.
Round your smash. Little hammer. Take the head off. Baseball bat.
it be? Are they quite brittle? Like, would I be able to improvise one as a club to other scale?
Not really. They're kind of on the easy to smash side, and you might get one hit out of it.
I'll just keep it.
It does have like very ragged remnants of clothing on it though, so if you wanted to search it, that'd be good.
I'll search it.
Okay, roll me a d6. 6. Okay, you're going to find that it has a old but still serviceable leather knife sheath. And 2 legs. This is Romanian copper. The weight is half of a tenth of a pound. Just trying out the loot table system. You will also find skeleton bones. So, you know, a skeleton.
They must be the ones we need.
Some bone meal.
Nope.
With enough time, I could probably make you some with my hammer.
Oh, I don't add things I generally don't add money you find to the party fund unless you specifically mention it.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Yeah.
I'll just keep my eyes on it.
There's a good rusty tool.
Well, I suppose you could approach one of the many sort of bent, barely alive trees and rip a branch off. Okay. You go over to a tree.
It comes alive and pulls you off.
You grab a branch. You rip it asunder, because it's not even really. You don't have to roll strength. It's within your capability. You work at it a bit. You turn around to head back to the group, and you find another skeleton is pulling itself out of the ground between you and them. She says in the darkness.
Well, it's good. We've automatically got flanking bonus now.
As a horrid figure of undead pulls itself out of the ground, not even a meter away from you.
I'll back and probably like
Into the tree?
Yeah.
Cool.
The tree eats you.
She's not a kite. Which way is the skeleton facing that was rearing?
Facing her.
Okay.
The skeleton!
I see that Lady Mara's in
Right,
danger.
so
and
you
Can
okay,
I-
Sue?
Yeah.
Take from behind.
I want you to both roll initiative to see who would go first. This is going to be surprise. So one of you will get surprised.
4 plus the sword.
You've
Just
already beaten me.
Okay, you get to
Okay.
try. Its dex bonus is denied its AC. Big fucking deal. Roll your attack. You succeed?
Yes.
Okay, it is as it is unaware of you. You backstab it. Roll damage, and then roll damage again.
3. 7 total.
Okay, so its skull comes off as Sulin comes out of the mist. It sort of just goes. It lands on the ground. It lands on the ground. Its jaw and top part of the skull that I don't really know what you would call clacking together makes it look like obscene laughter for a moment as the rest of the bones sort of go to the ground.
Are you alright, Lady Mara? Don't stray from the group.
Let's do a little bit more damage than a dagger, because I noticed that you can't just stick them.
That is true, but this worked fine this time. We should return.
Searching this one? Roll the d6, please.
1.
You find one torch. It weighs a pound. It is unused.
Sweet, I will take
I mean, it also has a completely worthless, rusted to crap iron mace, but you don't want that. It'll weigh 20 pounds and it's worth fucking nothing.
It should be a lot more sturdy. Tree punch. Club.
Yeah, but the thing is, a club is a club, whereas a mace is a mace.
Yeah. I'm just saying, the torch.
The torch would be.
But you got a tree branch with a torch.
I'd use the tree branch because if you break the torch, then you can't use it as a torch.
Well, so she wouldn't have found the torch if she hadn't gone to get the tree branch.
So anyway,
But we have torches.
Yeah, we do still.
I will check the hand anyway.
still pointing down the path.
Okay. Moving on here.
So the group reunifies. Pretty soon you come to a... The hand is pointing you at the base of a tree. This gnarled old thing with a semi-exposed root system.
Face.
No. There's not a weirwood.
Did anyone bring a shovel?
No. No one did.
Did I see one as they're coming
Smug. No, you did not.
in? It would be the
Do
way
I
wrong.
see one around here just stuck in the ground?
Nope, that would be too easy, wouldn't it?
It would. That's why I was hoping it would be.
Well, it isn't. I guess if someone had a shield, they could probably get it all mucky by using
Oh
it.
no!
dig
This is where we want to dig though.
I'll circle the tree with the hand and see if it constantly points inward.
Yeah.
It does, okay. It's under the tree, or in the tree maybe. I'll look for like large knot holes or anything like that.
One or two.
I will,
Well, certainly what else you put in that hole. Okay.
oh god damn it, he's not that woody.
Or else
Cephiro.
Something wood.
Got wood. I will, if there's any that I can put my hand in, I'll...
Perception. 3.
It's a tree.
I'm not looking at the tree.
What do you
see
look
what
at?
Cephiro
Everything
is
else.
doing stupid. Oh, everything else.
Oh, okay, so you're looking outwards. Some shadows move closer, drawn by the warmth of living bodies. And out of the mists, you do in fact see some skeletal figures getting shamblingly closer.
Whatever we're doing, we need to do soon. There's skeletons approaching.
So, Cephiro, you could use your shield to dig here.
I'm just seeing if there's anything inside the tree rather than under it. Getting under a tree is not going to be easy. So reach into one of the knot holes.
How old does the tree look? Does it look like it's dying, or?
Yeah, inside the knot hole you will find a sack.
Yeah.
It is old, it is rotting, it is held together with rotting hemp.
I will take out the sack.
Sack!
Yes, ding dong, yes. And I will put it down on the ground. And if there's skeletons approaching, I will leave it there for now and turn my attention to them.
Right! And good turn too, because 3 of the little fuckers are shambling out behind the group. So whoever was at the rear is now at the front.
Well, I was foremost to the skeletons, so it's me anyway.
Yeah, you were the one to watch.
I'm the one on watch.
Yeah.
It's half the morning to change the bow and just start shooting.
Arrows against skeletons.
No. Hey, it worked in
She
the...
does it on the intro.
It works in the intro!
Every week.
Yeah, but if it was a tree stump. Anyway. Roll initiative, I guess.
Attack and
Am I
kick.
within Sphero's foot?
Do you want to be?
I'll be with it.
You don't have to worry about being afraid.
Move up beside Sulin and ready an attack if they come close.
What do I add to a club? Initially.
What is the whipping speed on a club?
I think it was 3 plus
3?
3.
Yeah, okay. And keep in mind, if because you are not
The
proficient
hammer
with
is
clubs,
4 and it's
minus
slightly
4.
lighter than that.
When I
so-
roll to attack.
That's for attack, yeah. I'm going to try and sidle around
Be
a
under
little bit,
weapons and
actually.
equipment. Yeah.
7.
91. The patron rolls now.
11. Just a wee bit longer, Candle. You can do it.
Is yours flashing faster than mine?
Yes.
Does that mean yours is flatter?
Yes.
So rather than preserving power when it's running out of battery, it flashes as an accelerator.
That's plus 4.
Club is.
It's like smoke
Speed
alarms
factor.
when they
You're at
out of
4.
energy. They constantly beep to use up more battery.
Oh, fine.
1d6. Unless they're large.
I wouldn't be able to hold it
No, the is large.
much. Ah. 6.
So who's first?
Not me.
Mara.
I'm 12.
Oh wow, I'm ahead of you for once.
You fucked.
I got 7, so
We don't know what the skeletons are.
No, you don't.
How close are they?
They're pretty close. Within 15 yards.
I'll delay until they're closer.
Okay. So who won?
I got a 7.
Go.
I was moving up to Sulin, who was closest to the front, and readying an attack, but they came into my range.
Okay.
Yeah, it's me. I was going to sidle round and try and draw their attention by bashing on my shield with the hammer.
Damn it. Really?
Janet.
Yeah, that's what tanks do.
Yeah, but like, you're making more noise than you should.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, fair enough, but
Right.
over here, you overgrown bags of bones. That's what, well, 8, that's like half of my charisma, so.
Right, so who's going first?
Who's going first?
Next?
Well, so unless Skeletons go before me. I got 12.
Well, I guess I do. Yes. Yes.
Do they come into my range at all?
Well, you're standing right by Sulin.
Yeah.
Yeah, this last one is. He's going to step up. Heft a mace.
Nope.
Ignoring you completely.
I'll
Whiff. Miss.
Then I'll take back.
At least you won't take your turn.
No.
Next.
We're good. I'll roll again. No.
How many dice?
I've retired 3 dice tonight.
just tonight.
The dice tipper.
You didn't need you didn't need to roll your dice then.
When I'm rolling 4s and 3s, bad rolls.
That's good.
Right, so intentions for the
Oh,
next
okay.
round.
Attack the one in front of me.
Take the closest one to me.
Oh.
Which would be the one on the sidle round to the right, so it'd be the one on the right, I guess.
Attack whatever's in front. 1.
Who won?
5.
Probably not me. 10.
13.
5.
I should
No.
actually do. No, I can't do that, damn it. Attack first and then sword, but it actually only works the other way. If it worked the other way, I'd be able to go with it. This one's one.
I know.
Next.
And it's you.
What do you want?
I've got 13.
Oh, okay, I'm on 10, so it depends where the skeletons are.
Is
It is
more
way
so
higher than mine.
everybody else here.
Taking the one on the right.
Yeah,
Got him.
Do something smartest.
Good.
Yay, 6 damage. It's not knocked down.
It is knocked down
Oh, it is okay.
as bones fly everywhere.
Oh, it's taken care of. No.
It's taken care of.
Let that be a lesson to the rest of you, bones.
What's in the sack?
We haven't opened it because we had an encounter, so it's like they can wait until.
Not enough to hit you.
No, we can see. Yeah,
Oh, I
that's
thought
true.
there were only one.
Right. Intentions.
We didn't go
We haven't finished yet.
Oh, really?
Because we were on 13, so we're waiting until he.
Yeah, there's still.
Boo. Yeah. Are we good now? Cool. Right.
Ooh, that's a nice one.
I botched my attack.
You've lost your short sword.
Yep.
It's gone flying off into the mist. You hear a squelch.
Nah.
Hits. Yes, it does hit. That one hits.
You're punching it. Or
Kicking it.
In the face.
High kick. Nope. Flip, sorry. Odds and evens. Odds ones. And it's 4 evens 2. 3.
Exactly what kind of kick were you? You flipped forward and...
Yeah.
Okay. So this one's skull crashes down through its rib cage and is lodged in its pelvis and falls to the ground. I mean, I'd say it's dead, but that's a little redundant, don't you think?
Yeah.
So of the one remaining skeleton, is there anyone left who has a move?
Is it pretty rattled?
Oh, unless you don't have a secret.
No.
Skeletons are immune to fear effects, mind hold charms, never have to roll morale, so...
No, that's all
That's
of
it.
us.
Back to start.
Right. One skeleton. Intentions.
Attack.
Martial art.
Smash it.
Oh, damn it. We're tied. I assume your dex is better than a skeleton, so you will go first.
5.
Who's first? He said,
It's
suspecting
always
Sulin.
me. It's always
Well,
me.
lately it's been one of the last ones, but I know what you
because
mean.
it's martial art, it's...
It's like a +1.
It's... No.
Do you get to punch and punch?
I get to punch and go.
Okay. That's you
I'm
then,
on
Cephiro.
7. Cannot see that. Can you see that, Stephen? Only 4. Okay, and this.
Your hammer swings past him. Its jaw swings open, a mocking, mirthful gaze.
No, I got 8. What'd you get? Okay. Yes. If it's still got the 7 AC. Yeah, hit. Three.
Ooh, awesome. Yeah, it reels back from your staff blow. It looks unhappy.
They're not going to fit.
Nope. No effect. Next! There's a skeleton! Because he had the same thing as
And
them.
this one with the slower dex.
Fucking awesome! Yeah, he's going to take a swing at you with his rusty glaive arm. And he's going to miss.
Lavan.
Take it again.
Yep.
Damn it.
Neat, let's go.
Again.
Sounds good.
Yep. Anyone beat a 3?
No.
No.
Yeah,
5.
8.
8 as well.
So, it's going to take a swing at the thing that attacked it most recently. Cool. Does a 15 hit your AC?
4.
Keep in mind you don't have a sword anymore, but yeah.
I don't need to.
Okay, so... 4. That's just really annoying. No, it doesn't.
Now I get to attack it again. Now I'll get to 5 using. There's a punch, obviously.
You break your arm!
I break something.
What?
I roll a 1.
Okay, well, you're going to lash out with your foot and you're going to slip on the rolling bones of a thing that you just destroyed earlier, and you're going to fall in an undignified heap on in the squishy mud.
Into one of us? Because we were crowding around the skeleton.
Yeah, it falls into you. Please take 1 damage. Thank you for opening your mouth.
Okay.
In fact, because he's kind of bony, you can take a damage too.
Damn it! You ass!
Your ass.
I was keeping very quiet.
Your
you.
face.
I mean, that's kind of realistic.
Kind of.
Guess it's me next. What were you?
6.
Oh, again, no, just you.
Did you fall
19.
over? Because you can't attack.
19.
You hit.
D6.
With the club, yeah.
1.
It's enough. It
Club
shatters.
gets a d6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Club's higher than a hammer for damage?
Because it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's slower, I think.
4.
That's 4.
Well, and I'm on 4 as well with a hammer.
Hammer gets knocked back.
It does get knocked back here.
Actually, pass me the PHP. We might be considering club the two-handed club.
Yeah, but a one-handed club is different.
Double club.
Double club. I have expertise in double club.
There was a picture of it. It was
Hand me the PHP. I want to have a...
There's a picture of this double club. It's like a club on 2 ends. And you like,
Can you imagine how you would wield that?
yeah.
Double club is a good start.
I like the double nunchuck. Oh, but you hold it in the middle.
Yeah, so it's just a staff.
No, it's fat.
It's fat at the so yeah. And it narrows in the middle and you hold it like that.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Okay, Ken, I would actually like to point out that your Warhammer does 1d4 plus 1 damage against small and medium creatures.
I just got a plus on it, yeah, but I always still roll as a 4, yeah. Because that's why I was like, wait, the club is more powerful than
A
piece of
club,
wood is more powerful than that.
a club is, however, it is more prone to breaking,
Yeah.
whereas a Warhammer is not prone to breaking at all. It is actually bizarre that a piece of driftwood would do more damage than a...
Yeah, that's what I'm...
However, I would like to point out that against large creatures, the Warhammer does 1d4 damage, and against large creatures, a club only does a d3.
And also, you automatically get 1.
Yeah.
Always get 1.
Yeah,
Actually,
1d4 plus 1 is equivalent
actually,
to
you
1d6.
always get 2.
Always
Get
get
plus 1. And that's in addition to your style bonuses and that.
So no matter what, you always get 2. So.
Yeah, I've always got 2, that's why I always add 2 whenever I roll for damage.
No, I mean, it's got a plus 1 on it.
Yeah.
So you can roll the lowest, you still get a 2.
It's actually interesting because it means a Warhammer plus 1 would actually do 1d4 plus 2.
Yeah.
But it would have only plus 1 to hit. That's fucking annoying. Right, okay, so apparently clubs do a d6, which I find fucking bizarre and weird. I don't think anyone thought about that.
Yeah, it's a wrong.
Surface area?
No,
A club hits a small point. No, a club hits a large point.
Oh,
What's
It's
the
a
most
lot
people
of
don't
proficiency.
proficiency
Yeah.
clubs though, so
It'll actually be a fucking stupid thing for proficiency.
it's exactly right. So that's
Actually, no, it isn't, because anything you
Then
pick
from
up can be a
2
club.
yeah. There's a I'm in a brawl fight. Smashed yeah.
So yeah, it dies. Flip it over.
Takes
C6.
us 3 to search, actually, so.
Is she going to get to all of them first, or are you guys going to...
Also,
I'm
I'm gonna go. Try
going
and
to
find
check
mine.
on what that set, what's on that ding dong is.
Okay, what did you get? 5?
3.
Yo! Ooh, okay. The 5. You receive 6 dwarven copper. It weighs 2/10 of a pound.
Yeah, but it's worth twice
An Imperium Mark.
Imperial Mark.
Imperium Turtle, sorry.
So it means 4
Who was next?
me, I got 3.
You receive 1 iron pot that weighs 2 pounds.
1 iron pot.
For like cooking.
Oh,
You can also use them as a weapon.
That's handy as fuck.
Must sort of direction. Just try to watch.
It's gone. It's sunk into the mud.
It's gone.
It's
You can
gone
smack
forever.
things in the head
I'll come
with
back.
that.
Oh, you cook it.
And check the last one.
Yeah.
No one
And
else
who's
has.
getting the third one? Anyone?
No one else says I would have.
Okay, go for it. Roll.
I'm just looking in the set, so.
2.
You receive a small half-pound belt pouch. And you look in the sack, you find some bones. Looks like an arm and a rib cage.
I will hold the hand and move it around the sack to make sure.
Yeah, that's the one.
Is there anything in the belt pouch?
No.
Right. Where's the hand pointing now? Spirit.
Deeper into the tump.
Yeah.
Would you like to end it there
Before we go forward.
before we go further?
That was the Champions of Jor-Karroc, an archival recording of an AD&D 2.5 edition pen and paper role-playing game night. The opening credits music was Lords of the Sky from the Battleforge OST. The intermission was the 1991 television commercial for Hero's Quest. Closing music was The Ruins of Varsum by Laura Karpman from the EverQuest 2 soundtrack. These musics are used in a non-profit archive tabletop session played and no ownership is expressed or implied. Video footage from the intro is credited in its video format. The preceding game night may have contained music and sound from Imogen Heap, George Michael, Evanescence, Age of Wonders 2, Aeon, Baldur's Gate 2, Battle Realms, Battleforge, Castlevania Lords of Shadow, Conan the Barbarian, Consortium, Daggerfall, Dark Souls 2, Darksiders 2, Demon's Souls, Diablo 2, Diablo 3, Divinity 2, Dragon Age Origins, Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, D&D Official RP Soundtrack, EverQuest 2, Fable The Lost Chapters, God of War 2, God of War 3, Guild Wars, Eye of the North, Guild Wars Factions, Guild Wars Nightfall, Guild Wars Additional Music, Heroes of Might and Magic 5, Hitman Blood Money, Kingdoms of Amalur, Reckoning, Krull, Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver, Lords of the Fallen, Lord of the Rings War in the North, Morrowind, Vampire the Masquerade, Oblivion, Pillars of Eternity, Risen, Sacred 2, The Settlers 2, The Settlers 5, The Witcher 2, The Witcher 3, The X-Files, Trine 2, Unreal Tournament 2004, Wolfenstein The New Order, Fallout New Vegas, Golden Axe, Age of Conan, RoboCop, Blind Guardian, Deus Ex, Halo, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 3 ODST, Halo Reach, The Hobbit Trilogy, The Star Wars Special Edition Trilogy, The Star Wars Prequel Trilogy, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 4, Serenity, the Star Trek movie soundtracks, Star Wars, The Old Republic, Manos, The Hands of Fate, Babylon 5, Gran Turismo 5, Deathstalker, Phantom of the Opera, Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VII Advent Children, Desadia Duodecim, Miscellaneous other classical music, sound effects, or fantasy tracks taken from YouTube, too numerous to list. Music is used as a non-profit manner to enhance gameplay and is included in the archive as audible on the night. If you would like to be credited for your music and it is not listed here, please send a message to the channel and a proper credit will be applied in the description and future audio credits. The preceding archival recording contains strong language, sexual references, adult themes, and should not have been listened to if you are under the age of 18, have a history of mental disorders, lack coping skills, a chronic inability to press stop or back buttons, find said material offensive, are easily upset, disgusted, offended by puns, are pregnant, or have no sense of humor.